following is a presentation of Disruption Networks.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725.
Hi, this is attorney Nick Pasalacqua. The team of attorneys I have assembled at Pasalacqua & Associates has been carefully hand-picked to include the best trial attorneys in the particular areas of the law that we practice. Have you been charged with DWI or any other crime? Members of our team include former assistant district attorneys, now fighting to protect your rights 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you or someone you love been seriously injured in a motor vehicle accident? Members of the team at Pasalacqua & Associates include former insurance defense attorneys, now fighting to ensure that you get every penny you're entitled to. If you need legal help quick, don't waste your time or money calling anyone else. Remember, for legal help quick, you better call Nick and the team at Pasalacqua & Associates. 315-500-NICK or 315-500-6425 or visit cnytriallaw.com today.
Welcome to EC Radio Podcast. We would like to thank all of our sponsors for joining the Disruption team, and we hope that you will support all of our sponsors. And of course, we appreciate you listening to this program. Attention listeners, EC Radio is not responsible for unwanted pregnancies, alcoholism, domestic situations, missing brain cells, amplified voices in your head, weakened bladders, bloodshot eyes, STDs, PTSDs, ADHD, HIV, ESPNs, CNNs, rapid head movements, and spontaneous human combustion.
Oh, yeah, baby. Hang on. Getting set up over here like always. Never know what the hell I'm doing. Yeah, na 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 na. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day in the neighborhood. Could you be mine? Would you be mine? It is that time of the day to assault your eardrums with my distorted voice. It is EC Radio. What's up, everybody? It's Tuesday, right, Chicken?
It is.
It's Tuesday. It is Tuesday. It's me, Zia. How are you?
I had to think about that one for a second.
Hope you're enjoying your Tuesday. Chicken joining me as usual. Look at, he's all shiny and new. He cleaned up his face.
I forgot my beard at home.
You forgot your beard and your mustache at home.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you had a lip. He's got a lip. Oh my God, it's there.
And I found more chins.
And you found another chin. That's
Yeah.
great, man. Trying to clean it up, look a little younger.
Yeah, you know, it's cleanup day. Well, tomorrow's cleanup day, but I figured I'd get ready for it.
Good segue, Chicken. Tomorrow is our cleanup day. As a matter of fact, we are getting all spruced up in time for Flower Fest. And when I say spruced up, we're getting, Oneida Square all spruced up.
Yep.
Oneida Circle, however you want to refer to it as. Meet at City Hall, Utica City Hall. If you're interested in helping us tomorrow for the Quality of Life Sweep, meet us tomorrow at City Hall right around 11:30. We're going to hop on a couple buses, and we're going to drive around Oneida Square and help pick it up just in time for Flower Fest, which is this Saturday.
Yep.
So
Put on some, shorts and a T-shirt.
it's going to be a nice day tomorrow.
Yes,
just
it
like
is.
last year that we helped the mayor clean up last year.
I think this year's going to be a lot more comfortable than last year. Last year was like in the mid-90s.
it was the only day we hit 90 last
It was
year.
so freaking hot.
It was
This year it's only supposed to get up to maybe 78, 80.
Yeah.
which is going to feel awesome.
It's going to be good. And the mayor and City Hall provide water for all of us.
Yes.
But dress accordingly. Bring gloves. You're going to want to bring gloves. They bring those lunch lady type plastic gloves with them, but you might want to bring your own if you don't trust the
You know, it was also
plastic
cool.
gloves.
Besides the city providing stuff, I mean, as we walk by different shops and stuff, people are coming out and giving us water or Powerades and stuff like that. Remember?
Yeah, oh yeah.
It was really cool. You know, people really enjoyed what we were doing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. And so if you want to meet us, like I said, meet us at 11:30 at City Hall. We're going to hop on a couple buses, clean it all up. And then Saturday, One World Flower Fest begins at 11 a.m. on Oneida Square. And my boy Jerry DeChavo is going to come in a little bit. Jerry D from the Dovetones, right around 4 o'clock. He's one of the bands playing it, so we'll talk to him more about Flower Fest when he gets here. But for now, we've got a guest in the house. My man Ian's in the house from Twin Speak. Good to see you, bud.
Good to see you. Thanks for having me.
Say your last name again.
Bellassai.
Bellassai.
There you go.
I feel like that means something in Italian.
I'd like to
besides
hear-
your last name. What does that mean in
It's
Italian?
very conceited. It means I'm beautiful and I know it.
Yes. Got you. But you are beautiful, Ian. Twin Speak is a great band, man. I like zoning out to these guys. They're like a very ambiance type of band, right? Would you be correct? Am I correct by saying
I
that?
think that is correct, especially with the first album.
Yeah, with the first album was great, and then we've played together too at like Clone Jam, and I remember
Oh, yeah, that was a hell of a good time.
I was feeling pretty good, and you guys were jamming out, and it just the vibes that you guys were creating and the energy you guys were creating was hitting me in the right spots. So
yeah, we got to get those Copper Vein Clones guys back together to have it again.
Can we talk about them for a second
We
before we
could.
get into your whole Kickstarter
We could.
program? Let's talk about the Copper Vein Clones. First of all, Ryan's the one that set this up.
Yes.
Ryan's been a
Yes.
good friend of mine for a while.
Yes.
And he sends me messages all the time.
He is the man.
He really is.
Yeah.
He really is. And Copper Vein Clones was a kick-ass band back in the day. That's probably why. Oh, shit. Thanks, Todd. All right, anyways, now I figured out why I can't record. Well, now I can record. Anyways, Copper Vein Clones, great band, coming out of Frankfurt. We used to street rock. When I say we used to, Street Rock Mafia used to play with those guys an awful lot. In fact, Ryan filled in on guitar for a while when Gabe was out. So Ryan just filled in and filled the void really, really well. He's a phenomenal player. And Copper Vein hasn't been around in a while, right?
Nope, I think they're trying to do some stuff, but it's a little hard. I haven't talked to them at length about it, but you could expect to see them sometime soon, I'm sure.
Very cool.
If we keep pressuring them on air, we could maybe get it to move a little faster.
Yeah. Get him to move a little faster. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I see that he's producing some music, though.
Yeah, Ryan never stops.
He doesn't stop. He's out there doing his music thing. So much love to Connerton. I love the dude.
Yes, yes.
And Rocco and Austin.
Oh, yeah.
And the whole Copper Vein crew they're a lot of fun. But Twin Speak, you guys got a whole Kickstarter campaign going. Talk about it a little bit.
So we are pressing 180-gram audiophile grade records, vinyl records, gatefold with full artwork and everything. Everything was done by us up until the point of mastering. We wrote, obviously, recorded ourselves with whatever mics, not like low-grade mics, but we found mics. We didn't go out and buy mics. So, yeah, we recorded it. Then Brandon Battles, the lead guitarist and the guy who kind of started the whole thing, he is an audio engineer. Many people may not know, and he did all the post-production on it himself.
Where'd you guys record it?
We recorded it in a basement of a church.
Oh, yeah?
Before it was the studio that my father runs now, called the studio at Cornerstone.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. That's cool that you guys are going.
I don't know why, but I knew he was going to say a church.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
always
they got
like
the
that
big
cool story.
rooms, and you got the reverberation and the echoes.
It just sounds great.
It just
too.
makes sense.
Yeah, that sounds good. Just like Big Blue. They're an old church, too, and it just sounds amazing in there.
Yes.
It's really cool.
Yes.
But I like the fact that you're printing vinyl.
Yes. So especially with the vein of music that we are, we kind of blend into a lot of places: stoner rock, doom metal, psych rock. A lot of that stuff is people, they just want it in vinyl.
Mm-hmm.
And vinyl is huge now. People are collecting it. People are putting all different colors on their vinyl. Ours is not going to be colored because to have 180 gram, it's got to be black. That's the best quality. It's just got to be black.
Is 180 grams standard?
180 gram is the, I think it only goes up to 200, but standard's about 150.
150.
150.
Cool. Now, I like the fact of when you got into vinyl, you got into looking at the artwork and you read the liner notes. And are you going to make it interactive like how we're used to having vinyl?
So it's pretty much going to have as little wording as possible, kind of like our music.
Okay.
And it's going to speak for itself. And what do you mean by interactive?
It's like interactive.
It's
like
not going to have pop-ups.
Back in the I'm old, dude. I'm old. It's not going to have pop-ups. Oh, damn it. It's not going to be like a children's card or anything like that. No, like back in the day, like you got involved with your album. I'm old, so I've had vinyl in the day.
Right.
So you pop in the album, you play it, and you just sit in there and you read the liner notes and you read the lyrics and you just you get into it. You get involved with a vinyl more so than you do, obviously, with a CD or cassette or, of course, an MP3 because you can't really get involved with an MP3 other than listening to it.
There's no album art at all.
Yeah. So is there like a bunch of art and stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, the art is going to – so, I mean, I created the art for the cover and the back cover. It's all one piece. It's actually made out of clay because that's what I do. I do clay stuff. And it's a relief and then it was photographed by actually Vartan Pujan, the owner of Four Elements. He photographed it, and then Tim Schramm, he did some post-editing on the photo, former owner of the Dev, and also another one of the people I would consider the man. He is. He does a lot of stuff behind the scenes for us that he doesn't even ask for credit for, and we can't thank him enough for every single thing he's done.
Tim's a good man.
He's known him back from the Kelly O'Neill days.
Yeah, for sure. I remember him with the Chrome Ghost and what was the Dead End Cruisers, and they were the great bands back in the
Crazy
day.
Sam.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, so he's helped us out a lot, just with anything we've asked him for.
That's cool.
And he actually he helped us with the inside art too, and the font and stuff. So it's pretty minimalistic on the inside, and the outside's kind of like, bam.
Yeah.
Look at this shit.
Now, who presses vinyl for you?
I forget. There's a bunch of companies you can go through.
Yeah.
Gotta Groove Records.
Okay.
Gotta Groove Records. Yeah.
It's not cheap by any stretch of the imagination. Getting vinyl printed is pretty expensive.
Well, I can't imagine a lot of these facilities have that ability to do it.
Oh, but it's popular again. Like, there's so many bands out there doing the vinyl thing all over again. It's super popular. You go to any of these festivals nowadays, and you go into the merch tables or the merch booths, and all these bands are selling vinyl records.
I feel like a lot of them are the hipsters. You know, like,
it is, and it's definitely
like ironically,
it's definitely a cool thing to do these days. You know, but it's just a little expensive to print that out, and that's why you started this Kickstarter campaign, right?
Absolutely, yeah. It costs thousands of dollars, and it's really, I mean, so let me think of how many CDs I bought, and, you know, unless you have, like, those CDs, they get scratched up. They get pretty messed up, unless you really take care of them, and they actually will eventually stop working, you know?
Yeah.
Those CD cases only got about, like, a week before they break.
Every
CD case I've ever had broke.
Yeah, so with the vinyl, you keep it nice in hopefully a crate or a shelf or something, and it's like, there you are. You're in your place. You're going to be safe for a while. And it lasts for decades and decades. So we and also just for the marketing for the style of music that we are, it just made sense. And people actually,
it does make sense.
People literally asked us, like, well, where's the vinyl? So
do you have a collection of vinyl yourself?
I do have a collection
of
vinyl. I certainly do.
Dating back to back in the day, or what do you listening
Black Sabbath's self-titled album, First Press, and that's probably one of the oldest, best albums I got.
Very cool.
Yes, found it somewhere in Albany, one of the record stores in Albany.
Was this just something you've had in your head that you had to print vinyl? Was this something you've been wanting to do for a while?
Yeah. Well, as soon as the first one was done, we were like, man, maybe we should have done it on vinyl.
Yeah.
And then so this one, we're like, we're going to do it on vinyl.
Yeah.
Just like, got to do it.
There was a band out there for a little while that were putting out cassette tapes, believe it or not.
Lots of bands do that now.
Yeah, the cassettes are starting to come back. The only thing I don't like about cassettes, which is different from vinyl, but on cassettes, you lose generations. The more you play it, the lesser the audio quality becomes.
And you got to flip it and turn it over.
Yeah, well, same thing with vinyl.
And your thing keeps eating the tape, and you got to put a pencil in there and roll it back up.
Yeah, the cassettes could be a pain in the ass to deal with.
I feel like they're more of a cheap way to get your physical media out there, and it's like something you can have, but like, I don't know. I found a cassette player at a garage sale, and it kind of works. But, like, I don't know where you're going to... Unless you got an old ghetto blaster.
Right.
Which, if you do, hit me up. I want it. No.
I have one in my attic. I could
Those
probably
are
give
awesome.
You one. I've got so much crap in my attic. Who knows what you could find up there. So
my first tape was Motley Crue, Shout Out the Devil.
Was it?
Yep. And I used to play on this little tiny recorder all the time. And then I think they got eaten up.
Yeah, right on. So what comes together with this Kickstarter campaign? If somebody were to donate money, what are some of the incentives that you're giving back to the people?
So pretty much this isn't your typical Kickstarter where we will write you a song, or we will give you a package of bubble gum, or we'll take your mother out to dinner.
Yeah. Come play a pool party.
We use the platform of Kickstarter as a pre-sale, essentially.
Gotcha.
And if you really just love us enough and don't want vinyl really, then you can donate whatever you can donate, whether it's $1 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So we have the option of, it's $20, which is for audiophile records, that's as cheap as you'll come. And it's either, if you live around here and you want to buy it, we'll bring it to you. You don't have to pay for shipping. We will make it a goal to just get it to you.
You got a delivery service?
We are the delivery service. We will hang out. We'll do something.
You get an app out there, and they can like punch up the app, and then you show up to the house 20 minutes later with the
We're
vinyl.
working on the app.
We stop and get like a bucket of chicken too if they ask you for it.
If they pay me for it.
And a dime bag.
Or right. That might take a little longer though.
Yeah, probably.
That's a good Kickstarter right there.
An amazing Kickstarter. Well, now let's talk about the band for a little bit. How long you guys been together now?
Since 2012, we've been together. Played our first show at the Dev, May 2013.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. May 2013.
For Amanda DeSimone's art show opening, if I do recall.
Right on. And now who's in the band? Talk about who's in the band.
So it's, we got Brandon Battles.
Mm-hmm.
He is now my brother-in-law. And he also went to my high school. And so he went to Fredonia for sound engineering. I don't know if that's the technical term, but that's what I always think it is. And so he went to Fredonia, and he got inspired by one of his professors was Dave Fridman, who produced the Flaming Lips a lot and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
And so his kind of style of producing really kind of got him into this zone of I want good sounding music to happen. And what year was it? Pretty soon after, I don't even know what year we started chilling. Probably 2011, we started just jamming out. Me and him and my dad and my sister, we jammed out one day. And then he works with Brett Reimstein, who is the other guitarist in our band. They both play guitar. And
they both rip on guitar.
They both rip on guitar.
They really do.
They like their Fender products and their boutique pedals, and they like those pretty sounds.
And they like to create vibes, is what they do.
Vibes.
Or layers, I should say, too.
Layers, vibes, effects.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of produce a feeling, instead of like tell you what to think or feel, kind of how a lot of music is, which is fine.
Yeah.
If that's what people want, that's fine, but that's not what we do. We kind of, you can feel what you want to feel from it,
And how long you been playing?
I have been playing drums since I was 8 years old. I started taking drum lessons from Ryan Barclay, the drummer of Moho Collective.
Oh, what, really?
Yep. My dad gave me private lessons, and until I moved from Rochester, he was my teacher. And
So you're originally from Rochester?
I lived there for a while while my dad was at college. But actually I'm from all over.
Oh, yeah.
But mainly this area. Not very far out. I haven't even gone west in New York, so.
Moho, they're still doing it?
I think they're on a little break. Ryan had a baby.
Oh, okay. Congratulations.
And,
great band.
Yeah.
I love that band.
I know Kurt, the guitarist, he does a lot of other side projects, and I know he's playing at Three Heads Brewing. I think a solo act this weekend or something. And Justin, they're the bassist. He went to school for bass. Like, he has a degree in bass.
Wow.
Which is why he's so good at it. He also works on basses for his job. He, like, repairs old vintage stand-ups and stuff.
So he's all things bass.
He is the bass.
He's all about the bass.
That's great. I'm telling you, Moho Collective, a great band. You get a chance, and they're back out there. Go check them out. They're a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
A lot of fun. They've had them in and out of here for the Utica Music Fest, and many times playing at the Dev, and they used to play at the EC a lot back in the day. So
yeah, we played with them at Nail a few times too.
Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, great band. Go out
Good
there.
instrumental band.
Yeah, yeah. Now you guys are pretty much. Are you 100% instrumental or
100?
100? You are 100%. No vocals at all.
No.
No.
We almost put vocals on this album, and then we're like, nah, just keep it.
Yeah.
Keep it to instrumental.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Keep it a little different.
Yeah, I mean, until one of us gets the voice of a canary, we'd have to change the name. We'd have to do everything differently. We like what we're doing.
Right on. Where's the name come from, Twin Speak?
So Twins Speak is kind of like the language that twins develop as they grow up, and they kind of, it sounds like they're speaking gibberish, but they know what each other are saying, and it's an anomaly. People don't really understand it. Twins are actually, you can get paid to, if you have twins, you can get paid to have them studied throughout their life, because twins are such an anomaly to compared to regular human beings, and there's just a lot of mystery about it. And so kind of like, so when we're on stage, we speak without words. We, looks, movements, turns, feels. It's kind of like
notes.
You as a band, you create your own language, and if you have a good communicating language, then it's gonna go good.
Isn't it a great feeling though when you guys are just jamming out and you're in the pocket and you can just feel it vibe and you just like look around and everybody's smiling?
Oh yeah,
and that's such a great feeling.
Yeah,
that pocket feeling is like none other.
It's about as close to magic as is reality.
Right. It's better than any drug. It's better than sex. I say this all the time.
Yeah.
There's nothing better than playing live and being up there and feeding off energy from people and you giving back the energy. And
yeah, you get to stay up and then maybe come back to regular. You don't go whoop. None of that.
Yeah, you don't want to crash and burn.
None of that.
Do you guys have got any gigs lined up anytime soon, or?
We got a gig at Polly's Hotel in Albany, May 19th, with Yoma. They're another instrumental band, and they're like shoegaze, post-rock. And then we got Tynes from Buffalo. They're playing. They're the headliner, and they're like 70s proto-metal.
Okay. What's shoegaze, post-rock?
So post-rock is kind of like explosions in the sky. Lots of ambiance. It'll start with the ambiance, and it'll build, and then there's textures and layers added, and lots of. I'm not gonna air guitar with my mouth.
That's the classification now. It's called.
Well, music is crazy these days.
It really too many subgenres.
I don't. I'm still trying to figure out what 70s prog rock was.
70s prog rock. That's like Yes.
Oh, okay.
And King Crimson.
Yeah.
Anything
Genesis.
Like really funky bass lines that are intricate with drums accompanying it in a similar
time
manner.
signatures. And
it was all rock.
A lot of prog music is like all weird time signatures.
7 and 9 and stuff like that.
Today's 5/8. Today's May 8th, which is a fun time signature.
Yes.
That's a typical prog rock time signature. 5/8, May 8th. 7/8 is another one.
Yep.
But it's way over your head, chicken.
You're way over my head.
Stick to your 4/4. Anyways,
this is just a bunch of hipster shit over here. Don't worry.
Everything's got a label. It's like used to be just metal and.
That's what I don't like. Is there's too many subgenres nowadays. Too many.
Yeah, it is confusing.
Right.
And that's why now you go. If you look at like groups on Facebook and stuff, it's like not one thing. It's like all these things that might be considered that. And if you want to be considered that, maybe you are. Kind of.
Yeah, and it's just porncore, hardcore, grass corn.
Well,
it's just like
grass corn. Grass corn.
Yeah, we are grass corn. But there's just so many different cores genre, especially in the metal category.
That's a whole different world. Yeah.
Too confusing.
Yeah.
Too confusing.
Well, did you see that they did that whole documentary on the different kinds of metal, new metal, thrash metal? There was like
evolutions of metal.
Yeah, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, there's so many, and then there's so many subdivisions of those.
Yep.
I can't keep up.
It's just like evolution, but I think it's happening faster.
Yeah, it is. There's always that other band that just kind of steps out of the genre a little bit, and then it'll be like, okay, let's call this blah 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 blah.
And it only makes sense because you have all these people listening to all these different bands now that the internet is the internet, and you can hear whatever you want whenever you want. You just hear whatever you want, and it's influencing you whether you think it or not. So it's all going to come out if you're going to be a musician.
Band is just checking in. He says, tell Chicken's 12-year-old son to have his dad come back. You don't even look 12. I think you look more like you look like you're in your 20s.
If I shaved all the way down, I probably look like I was 12.
You look like you look 20 years younger.
And fatter.
Yeah, you think you look fatter?
Yeah, definitely. I see more of the chins.
You're going to mess your mojo up a little bit.
Well, maybe it drive me more.
Yeah.
Oh, you still are a fat bastard. Hey,
DJ East One.
East One coming right back from the Cavs game, bro.
Oh, did you see that? You know what else was hysterical was that video he posted last night with the Japanese guys blindfolded boxing.
Oh, yeah.
That was hysterical.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna have to.
Did you see it?
I just saw it today.
Oh, my God.
Yes.
I was in stitches last night, and I called him up crying, and we didn't even talk. We just started laughing. For like 15 minutes, we were laughing on the phone with each other. It was the most I've ever laughed without being on acid in a long time. Oh, it was funny. It was super funny. Right.
You got him on?
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't got him on, actually. He's just...
Turn him on.
There he
Hey,
is.
Mr. Blue.
DJ East One in the house.
What's happening?
Ease Beats and Bizz happens tonight, 8 o'clock on the D. What do you guys got going on tonight?
Oh, we got Amos Donnell coming in
Oh,
tonight.
cool.
He's going to talk Flower Fest. He's got a video just came out.
Oh, cool.
And some random people probably coming through.
And you're Amos's DJ at Flower
Yes,
Fest, right?
I'll be there as well. I'm looking forward to it, man. If we're the first act on, we're gonna set the tone.
I think you guys need to collaborate. It'd be cool. Have you guys ever played with a DJ before?
No.
No? I think you guys should. They're all instrumental. Gabe, Ian, Gabe.
All right.
Twin Speak, man. They're a great band. Very ambient type band. Peaks and Valley. I would consider you guys like a roller coaster type of band.
Yeah. I like roller coasters.
You could touch on each emotion.
Sure.
I feel like that's what you guys do.
Yeah.
That's your thing.
Baby.
Long songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But playing with a DJ might be kind of cool. You guys should collaborate a little bit.
I have to listen. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
I think
I'd
you'd be
love
into
to.
what they're doing.
That's another. I love like a dream or bucket list or whatever to work with a band and like create something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because I'll hear something different than you hear, and what do you hear? And maybe I got some sound that matches that sound, and
Sure
create a whole
thing.
bunch of nice mess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A nice mess.
A nice mess.
Experimentation is totally cool.
Exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You got to experiment. I
You
mean, that's
do.
what music's about,
So,
anyways.
so what genre would that be?
A nice mess.
You, you could make it up.
They-
here.
yeah.
It's a pre-post modern classic rock metal
Mess.
fusion.
Fusion.
That would be cool, though. You guys should
That would be
collaborate a
real
little
cool.
bit.
I've always wanted to work with a band,
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Yeah.
You get a different aspect of things anyways. And plus, it's learning for me,
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? So
You do learn a lot, especially.
you do learn a lot. You learn notes and what notes not to hit and play while you guys are playing. And, even if that's how it works. I don't even know how it works.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
But we'd have
Just-
to try.
Yeah, definitely vibe out together. That's the only way to know is just to vibe together.
Right.
So.
That's how it goes, man. A little bit of foreplay, audio foreplay.
Oh, yeah.
So, Ian, growing up, who were some of your influences
My
as
influences.
a drummer, as a musician?
Well, John Bonham is like my biggest influence as a drummer. My father subjected me to Led Zeppelin videos like it was. I just didn't have a choice, and so
Good man.
So John Bonham, actually the drummer from POD, Wu, was his name, or no, Wuv, because his grandma couldn't pronounce his name, which she called him Love. He was one of my biggest impacts as a drummer. A lot of metal drummers. Lamb of God. What's his name? I forget. Joey Jordison from Slipknot.
Well, formerly of Slipknot.
Formerly of Slipknot. Yeah.
Still an amazing drummer.
Yeah, and then John Theodore from the Mars Volta, and he also played with Rage Against the Machine. Fantastic drummer.
Yeah, man.
That dude's badass.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, there's some good influences right there.
Yep.
Mars Volta. Are they doing anything right now?
No.
No, they had that incident with the pills and
Yeah, I think they're done.
done.
Unfortunately.
Who's that?
Mars Volta.
The Mars Volta.
You got Mark Dangler checking in. Says Twin Speak Eagles, great band. Love the first album.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah, the Dark Mangler, which, by the way, I was telling you earlier before we went on air about 12 North, and there was a great show going on over there on Saturday. Dangler was playing bass with Beside the Sun, and you guys got to check that band out if they're out and about. Beside the Sun, great band.
Beside the Sun.
Beside the Sun.
Mark it down.
Yep, it's Dangler and a couple of the guys, our boy Nate Keita from Stoneworks, and Crossman, Josh Crossman over at Big Apple.
What would you consider them?
Well, definitely a rock band.
Okay.
You know, but kind of all over the genres. You know, one song kind of reminded me of Rage Against the Machine, where another song reminded me of, like, I don't know, they're just all over the place.
Okay.
All over the place in the rock genre.
Okay.
You know, so definitely check them out. They hopefully be around a lot. And I just hit up their singer to see if he come on the podcast soon. So we're going to make that happen because these guys need to be heard. And
you gave him high praise.
And I'm telling you, man, the kid he's got it. The kid's got it. He's super talented and can sing and play piano and play guitar and do an acoustic thing if he wanted to and play in a band. So, yeah, I'm a picky bastard, too, when it comes to music.
Right.
And I thought those guys were top-notch. So you get a chance, check them out Beside the Sun. So right now, though, we're talking to my man Ian from Twin Speak. He's got this Kickstarter campaign. How can people pledge to your campain?
People can pledge to our campaign. I mean, the easiest way to just go through our Facebook dot twinspeakband or /twinspeakband. We also have a website, twinspeakmusic.com, or you just Google the Kickstarter Souls with an extra S at the end, SOULSS. And the SS is kind of our little cheesy signature. Swords was the first track on our first album. It's got the 2 S's. And now Souls, because it's like Twin Speak, 2 S's, Twin Speak. It kind of makes sense. But yeah, so I would pledge by just going on there. You can pledge as a guest, or you can make an account, do whatever you want to do. We got 2 days, and we got 25 records to sell. So
Sell.
Time is of the essence.
Support your local music, people. That's what we preach on EC Radio daily. Support your local music, and these guys are doing it on a high level, and they're great. We don't bring in any Joe Schmo in here. We bring in top-notch musicians.
Oh, absolutely.
And Twin Speak is definitely in that upper echelons. The band is just saying any chance of increasing the bass volume on things. Well, Dave, this is something we've been dealing with on a daily basis, is the volume on this thing. And in my head, they sound great. We all sound great as far as the volume thing goes. Out there, I don't know. The recording levels have been coming out really slow. A little low, a little slow, however you want to look at it. So I don't know what's happening with the volume out there. I mean, just turn
Maybe we should just talk like this.
Hey, man.
Why, we get the treble up too high? Or does he mean like all in general we have to be turned up a little because he can't hear us?
I don't know. Our levels are doing well. See, that's the thing. It's been a ongoing situation around the day about our levels.
Dave, take the phone out of your pocket.
Or turn the volume up on your phone, one or the other. But it has been a daily occurrence around here, something we've been trying to master around here. Because we will notice that, you know, the levels over here are down, but the levels over here are up. Or the levels over here are down, and the levels over here are up. So it's just like an everyday struggle with trying to get it right. And I'm a picky bastard when it comes to this shit.
Steve says it sounds good there. So
thank you, Steve. Thank you.
And then Dave said, not bass, bass.
Oh, the bass? I don't know.
B-A-S-E.
The bass?
Yeah.
The bass.
Not the treble.
Well, that would be B.
I know.
Okay.
That's what he was saying.
Yeah,
I gotcha.
Or are we talking
so
about
he's
this?
saying like the whole volume needs to come up. But
or we could talk louder.
Like this.
I don't want to talk louder.
Touch the mic.
Like a little baby.
It has been a thing, though, lately. We're trying to master this. It's an everyday struggle for me, trying to figure it out. Because the recording level on the video would be different than the recording level on the audio. And just, I don't know. It's a constant struggle.
What is funny is, too, like when you get off and I get on for the D line, man, I'm getting my ears blown off.
You just got to lower the headphones is all you got to do. It's not the volume on the board. It's the headphones.
I also think because Caleb talks really kind of close like this and he like really loud, and so that kind of blows people's eardrums out.
Yeah. But it's also in the headphones because I'm old and I'm deaf, so I have to have it cranking in my headphones to hear.
Oh, dude, you blow my ears out.
I'm old and deaf.
I'm old and deaf, too.
Too much loud music in my day. Too many concerts in my day.
Just gotta wear earplugs.
Too many monitors.
I can't.
Oh, you
Can
got
you?
'em. Yeah, always.
Do you?
You wear earplugs
So you go
like
to a
me?
show, you wear earplugs?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't.
Every practice.
Every practice, every gig. What about if you go see a band randomly, like at the?
If I know they're gonna be loud, I try to think about it.
Okay.
But if I don't leave. But I did have some hearing damage at a Flaming Lips concert,
Wow.
and ever since then I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wear earplugs.
Huh. You're a smart man, though. You really
Yeah.
are protecting your eardrums. How old are you, Ian?
I'm 26.
26. You're smart.
Well, I had one person tell me, you want to hear your grandkids laugh? And I said, yes.
See, I was just gonna say, like, someday when you have a wife and kids, you're gonna be happy that you can't hear.
Do you have a wife and kids?
No.
No.
That's why you said that.
Neither.
Every time when I played at Lava, I couldn't hear for 3 days. So the last time I played there, I
See.
had like headphones on and had the monitors just like perfect. So I go like this and this just to test everything.
Yeah.
But the first time I played there, I couldn't hear for 3 days. I almost went to the emergency room because it was like this like ringing really loud for 3 days, and it bothered the shit out of me. I was like, definitely something bad happened there.
Yep.
But I'm deaf, just like Z. I have to have my headphones up loud. Everything's loud. I like it loud better. Everything sounds better loud anyway. So.
But the only problem I have, though, with everything being loud is I can't sleep at night because I got tinnitus, and it's constant ringing in my ear. So I have to sleep with, like, something on. Lately, I've been sleeping. There's this new production. Well, there's this production thing on YouTube called Red Green Productions. It's all ambiance music. So I've been sleeping with that, and it's been helping, actually. It's making me sleep really good.
So what's tinnitus?
Well,
Tinnitus is constant ringing in your ear. So, like,
There's no cure for that?
no, there's no cure for that.
It sucks balls.
If it's completely quiet in here, that's all I hear is in my ear all the time. It sounds like a hearing test that you would take at school.
Oh,
Pointing
yeah.
to the right, to the left. It's constantly going on in my ear.
Well,
That's
I'm-
my own fault because I don't wear earplugs.
Yeah.
I'm not smart like Ian.
what
Yeah, no.
ambience do you play to fall asleep to?
What's that?
What ambience do you fall asleep to?
I've been switching it up a lot. Like every day something different. I've been discovering new stuff to do it. One time I went with the rainforest sounds. That was really cool. Last night I went to, it says Positive Vibes is the one I used last night. And it lasts for about 2 hours. You just press play and put it on in the background.
Is that a guy on repeat going,
Meditate?
hey, man? Oh, no.
Like
that's not it.
meditation music, right?
You are awesome, dude.
This is great.
They should have like a channel for like when the TV station goes off air, like that weird music they always play.
That's called the Star Spangled Banner Chicken?
No,
Oh.
no. It's not all that like.
I have an app on my phone. It's called Calm.
Oh, yeah?
And you play it's like meditation type music, and you could do it's very soothing music and stuff like that.
Do they have like rain?
You may want to check that out. Maybe that'll help.
They have like rain on a tin roof.
No, that would keep me awake.
That would put me out in an instant.
And on a tin roof, no, but just regular rain. But when
Rain
it's
on
hitting that metal, it just
Ding,
that
I'm
will-
telling you, when you put on a tin, rain on a tin roof will
Yeah.
knock you out.
won't knock me out.
Knock
The
you
rain will.
That's
It
when
could be a memory thing for you as a kid, maybe.
I don't know. It's like when I'm at my probably because of my camp or
Soothing.
whatever. But like
Yeah.
you can't hear anything else except for that rain hitting the tin metal roof.
Mm-hmm.
But it just puts me right out. Boom! I pass right out.
Jerry.
Todd is saying get an app called Sleep Pillow. That might be something I should check out.
Yeah.
Sleep Pillow. Jerry, sit down, man. Come sit next to you. Jerry D in the house with us, too. I like guests that show up early.
Dave's saying, ever listen to Sleeping Tapes by Jeff Bridges?
Sleeping tapes?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Is it just him snoring?
Hey, man.
Jerry D in the house with us from the Dovetones.
Going. Thanks for having
Good, buddy. Good to see you, man. What do you do to sleep at night? Do you have
me.
a
Sleep.
remedy?
I got the classic remedy, Z.
What's that?
Weed.
I do that too, but sometimes I still can't sleep.
No,
That's what you
man.
need. You need the sound of a bubbler, like.
I'm on the 2 sleep cycles. I sleep for about 4 or 5 hours, then I'm up like 2, 3 in the morning. Every day this is.
Mhm.
And I'm up for maybe another hour or 2, doing whatever in the middle of the night, whatever you do in the middle of the night. And then I go back to sleep for like 3, 4 more hours. Every night for years, that has been my schedule. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, anyways.
Wowie.
In fact, I read that's what people used to do before, like the Industrial Revolution, when everyone had to keep time, and that was the kind of the common way people would operate. They'd get up in the middle of the night. They'd even go and visit their neighbors.
Yeah.
And then they'd go back to sleep. I don't know. That's been like my natural cycle.
That's your natural cycle.
Do you go visit your neighbors?
They're really surprised.
As of yet.
My friend,
Where do you live?
I live right around the corner across from Proctor.
I'll see you tonight.
All
like
right.
2 a.m.
I'll set my alarm.
Nice. We're all neighbors. I live close to here too.
Yeah.
My friend Terry's checking in, and she says tequila. That usually does the trick. You know the thing.
But then you end up naked. It's weird.
Yeah, the tequila
In a bar.
I've seen that before.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Have you? My
kinda.
buddy Mike O'Hare used to sit in Anthony's, sit on the bar stool just naked for hours. And just sit there. And we're like, oh, what does this dude do? He's just sipping scotch naked. People would walk in and be like, what the hell?
I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, well, you got to just...
Depends what mood I'm in.
Yeah.
Dave Band is just saying if Sleeping Tapes by Jeff Bridges, it's meant to listen to when you're trying to fall asleep. It's like the dude ushering you off to sleep. I got to try that out. I'm going to have to try that out.
He's being the dude.
Jerry, the reason why we're talking about this is because I have tinnitus in the ear. It's hard for me to fall asleep. And Ian over here, the smart young lad that he is, wears earplugs when he goes, plays, concerts, stuff like that. Ooh. I never fell into that realm, and I should have. And that's why I have tinnitus. Do you wear earplugs when you play?
No.
No?
I don't.
What about when you go to a like a loud show or something?
I never wear earplugs,
no.
but I think it's a great idea. Actually, it's one of those things you probably should have been doing all this time.
Smart, it is.
I like my music loud, that whole deal, and obviously been playing forever in bands, and I always like my music loud. So, no, but I feel like my hearing has been diminished over, I don't know if it's just my age or probably been the constant exposure to loud music. I like loud music.
Todd knows if you use ear monitors.
You use in-ear monitors.
No, I don't.
No. Do you use in-ear monitors, Ian?
No.
It's kind of pricey, though, to get.
I know those big times, dude.
Yeah.
The big time, Jay Brady.
Floodwood.
yeah, Floodwood.
Someone wants to buy me them, go for it.
Well, it's a process to get the in-ear monitors. You got to get the molds, and you can't go out getting cheap ear monitors. Right. You can't. You got to actually spend the money for it. You get what you're paid for, type of thing.
I imagine it's great to have them, though.
Oh, yeah.
That's always a struggle on stage, hearing yourself, obviously, especially for vocalists.
Right.
It is the way Todd's saying it's the way to go. And it's what he uses the in-ears. But it's a process. You got to go through a testing and do the whole right, left test and stuff like that. And then they put the molds together. And then, of course, then you got to buy the equipment, which is in the thousands as well. Yeah, and that's something you can't skip on.
I think my next step will be one of those little speakers that you attach onto like the mic stand. That's right in your face.
Right.
I would do.
Try that one.
Oh, so they're not that expensive. He's saying they're like $600 plus, $300 for the buds and the molds. You don't need the molds anymore. You just get the earbuds. That's cool though. So like $1,000 you could get in-ear monitors. That's a lot cheaper than it used to be. And it's a lot better than going to say like Radio Shack's version of ear monitors.
Feel trouble.
They are all trouble. They're all trouble. That's for sure.
Is Radio Shack even open anymore?
I was just going to say, they're all done?
Done, I'm pretty sure, around here.
Yeah,
maybe like in Florida.
Yeah, in Florida?
No, I don't know.
But that was always the place to go.
Yeah.
All your little projects, hooking up your speaker equipment, or your mics to like your stereo at home and the whole, you know what I mean?
That's where I bought my first mixer.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think we have like a Radio Shack mixer in the back left over by the old.
I bought my turntables from Big Apple.
Did you?
I went to Radio Shack to buy my mixer.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right on. So we have Ian in the house and Jerry D from the Dovetones, and Ian's from Twin Speak. He's got the Kickstarter campaign going on. One more time, plug the Kickstarter campaign and how people can contribute to your cause.
You can contribute by just going on the Kickstarter, either go through Twin Speak's Facebook, either go through our website, twinspeakmusic.com, or just Google Souls, 2 S's at the end, SOULSS, Kickstarter, and it'll come up. You will see a creepy cave picture, and if you see that creepy cave picture, you are on the right site, and it'll have all directions from there on out how to pledge.
What creepy cave are you referring to?
The creepy cave is the clay artwork that I lacked to describe before. that I is the cover art.
I gotcha.
Yep.
I gotcha.
Nice.
Ian does a really cool thing, man. He teaches special needs kids on how to do art and pottery and stuff like that, right?
Absolutely.
I think
That's
that's
awesome.
wonderful, man. I think that's awesome. Is that a full-time job for you?
It is.
It is.
It is. It's through 4 Elements. Vartan Pujan, who I spoke of before, he is the head of 4 Elements, and he actually started the whole program and connected with UCP. And now he is administrative, and I teach many of his classes, not all of his classes. There are other people who teach his classes now, and 4 Elements is ever expanding.
That's awesome. Yeah, I feel like they are blowing up, too. And where are they located, Flora?
That is right on Broadway, across from City Hall in the Westminster Church Building. So it's on the 3rd floor.
Okay.
And if you approach the Westminster Church from the other side, you will not get to 4 Elements. You need to approach it from Broadway's side.
Right on.
Yep.
Lisa 1992 on Twitch is saying hey to everybody. So
Hey, Lisa.
Hey, Lisa.
hi, Lisa.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hey.
Hey, baby.
Jerry, have you ever jammed with a DJ before?
With a DJ.
Have you ever had a DJ back up your band before?
I don't believe so.
I'm
Trying to
surprised,
think.
actually.
I don't know. Let me think about that.
I'm trying to get
Like
you in a band, pal.
That'd be awesome.
I don't know.
But the DJs, has their certain roles. Everybody has their certain part in a band, so DJ has to have their certain parts for certain parts of the song.
Right.
I think I could. I used to do a bunch of like reggae dub tracks. But I'm not a drummer, so I was using like canned rhythm tracks on my keyboard, and it was a lot of like hip hop tracks. I was using R&B type, because there weren't any specifically reggae type. But anyway, so that was for a while there. I was trying to put something together, and I actually thought of having a DJ behind that, doing the mixing with the rhythm, whatever. I don't know, but yeah. So, and in fact, now that I'm speaking about that, there's a local establishment in town that is yet to have live music. I've been reaching out to them. The place kind of screams jazz, But anyways, the owner got back to me, and he said he's very passionate about music, but he's very particular. So he said he's been looking for an instrumental hip hop band. And I'm just like, instrumental hip hop. Okay. But then I'm thinking, well,
So like a funk band?
so I was kind of trying to figure that out.
Soul?
So if you said if I ever diversify, but then I'm thinking like back to those reggae kind of dub tracks, and it's kind of hip hop, it's instrumental. It's kind of got those hip hop rhythm tracks, and that could be something very atmospheric. It's got a lot of swells and shit like that.
And groove.
And
Groove.
You got to have the groove.
It's all
have
bass
soul.
and bass and drum and just rhythm.
The
Reggae
band
rhythm.
from Syracuse,
What's that?
the hip hop band.
Sophistafunk?
Yes.
Just the fun.
Great band.
But they're not instrumental.
Yes,
No.
they have a band.
Right? Did he say he just wanted instrumental?
He just wants he didn't want
Just instrumental?
Just wanted instrumental.
no MC or anything like that, right?
I believe he has like a DJ
Okay.
usually like do the music for them on the weekends.
I'd be down for a band like that.
That'd be cool.
I mean,
That'd be sweet, man.
Yeah.
Instrumental hip hop is a genre.
It is.
It is.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Ian knows.
It is.
Do you have any? Do you have
I
any
do.
bands as a
I
reference? Like,
So I could.
I could think of a few
I have-
actually.
I do. I got it.
Yeah.
Like Gray Boy All Star, they would be considered that.
The only thing I-
would definitely
Yeah.
Lettuce would be considered like a. Wouldn't you think like an instrumental hip hop band? Lettuce, because they don't really sing too much. Other than Nigel will fill in here and there on vocals.
well, Beastie Boys did it in User or Ill Communications.
Yeah, yeah.
They had a whole bunch of instrumental parts. So
if you don't count samples as vocals, then I guess Blockhead would kind of be that.
Yeah, that's a good one. My good friends from Buffalo Rhubarb, they were considered
Okay.
instrumental
Yeah.
hip hop. So
That might be my next project.
I would think I'm going to join you on this one.
What, you need a
I'm
drummer?
in.
Yes.
Oh.
See, we just formed a band.
Dave
Well,
said
there
he's
it
a
is.
huge fan of instrumental hip hop.
Is he? I like it.
There you go.
I like it. There is some good stuff out there. Sam Kinninger. I would consider Sam Kinninger when he was doing his solo band,
Right.
who
right.
plays sax
Sam
in the
Kinninger
Dovetones.
band. Yeah.
When he was playing in his own independent band with Nikki and Aaron and Amy, those guys were considered instrumental
Right.
hip hop.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I already have the band. I just have to switch genres now.
Dave's rambling off some instrumental hip hop acts. Dr. Octagon.
Oh, but he raps.
RJD2.
RJD2, yeah.
Yeah, and then Madlib.
Okay.
And then Blockhead.
Blockhead, yeah.
Blockhead's another one you mentioned.
But I think Dr. Octagon, that's Cool Keith.
I don't know.
I think that's Cool Keith, and I think he raps.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some out there. Gabe's gonna be searching. Look at he's searching already. He's Googling it. Well, these are some things you should know though, bro, because these are probably
circus.
You could go ahead and mix some of these stuff and scratch some of these tracks up.
I found it's like chill hop essentials.
Chill hop?
Chill hop.
Yeah.
Is that considered a genre too?
Chill could come before a lot of things. Chill hop, chill wave. If it's chill, it's got chill in the front.
You're a genre.
I didn't even know this. There's so many genres. It's like crazy.
He's
like
our genre fact checker now.
Yeah. Call him up. Fact check.
Yeah. Ian, is this a real genre? And he would know.
Genres are being formed probably every day.
Yeah, you're right.
It's exponential.
There's too much. I think that's
form one.
Right.
This
is this word that I want.
See, back in the day, it was like rock, jazz, blues.
Well, everything came from the blues.
Floppy
well, except for
Then there
jazz.
was, like,
Floppy circus.
fusion.
Country didn't come from blues.
Look it up.
Okay. But most of the good music comes
Country
from
and
the
blues mixed together became rock and roll.
Sure.
You know, you can contribute that to like Bill Haley in the comments and Elvis and Johnny Cash. And stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, then blues kind of turned into metal because like you started looking at like Motorhead. Like you listen to Motorhead, like those are bluesy songs.
Yeah, definitely rock and roll blues.
Rock and blues scales, lots of
all
blues
1-4-5 type stuff. You know,
we're actually just starting. I'm just starting to get into the late 40s.
Oh yeah,
early rock and roll stuff that is just starting to get that new rhythm, like the rock rhythm, going from like the
like when Gabe was
blues
growing
shuffles to like the rock and roll. Yeah.
What
That's
so?
awesome.
What kind of artists?
I'd like
Louis
to know
Jordan.
James Brown.
Wait, say again.
Louis Jordan.
Louis Jordan
comes to mind.
Okay.
I don't know any other of the names, but we're just checking out some of the tracks, like this one track, Karina. That's what I've been working on, and it's got a lot of different versions out there. But Louis Jordan, I think that's who does it. He does it, and you can hear like it's like the new rhythm, like the new rock and roll sound, just starting to develop. This is pre-1950, you know, so it's like early. And then you got, what's this guy's name? The guy who does all the writing for, like, Fats Domino, those guys. But we've been starting to add a lot of that stuff in to the Dovetones set.
Oh, cool.
Fats Domino, early rock and roll stuff, you know.
You go back and listen to a lot of this old music, and every time you hear it, you find something new in the song. So I love that.
People love that stuff.
I love that, too. You always hear, like, something new, like, wow, I didn't hear that ding in there. Or I didn't know they were playing that rhythm over there. I never heard that hi-hat cymbal open up like that.
Right.
That's why you listen to vinyl. You'll hear it.
Yes.
Good point,
True,
Ian.
true.
No, seriously, good point. Because in vinyl, there's something warm sounding about a vinyl record.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it makes you feel more comfortable.
Yeah, well, it's not little
It's
bits.
exciting.
You know, it's not little bits of data. It's actually a complete, you know.
It's recorded. Live.
Yeah.
I wonder if they changed any of the technology with the new vinyl, or is it still
No.
that
Oh,
old?
yeah, they did.
Ian?
I actually don't think they did.
Oh, they didn't?
Because that's why vinyl is so limited to where you can get it done. Because the factories that produced it before are still around. And that's why if you press a record, the minimum you're going to be waiting is probably, very minimum is like 8 weeks.
Yeah.
And it can go up to a half a year.
Wow.
So it depends on how, and you can get it to be faster by giving them more money.
Explain to me this,
Plus
Ian.
the white label.
Like everything
You
else.
gotta check the white labels. You gotta go through it. It's how many times, because certain songs won't sound the same, and you know it's all about pressings too.
Mm-hmm.
Explain to me this. How do you get a vinyl printed, okay, but then you can get it available, it's also digital?
Yeah, so
how does that happen? What's the technology on that?
The recordings, the raw recordings you send, the files you send to the where your lacquer is going to be made to make the vinyl. They receive the same thing that well, it's not you can send them a larger file.
Yeah.
And if you're going to get it sent to Spotify, iTunes, which TwinSpeak just did that yesterday, and you'll be seeing that soon. If you do that, you send them a smaller file because you can't exceed a certain size through digital media.
I got you. Okay.
So It's still the original. It all comes from the same source.
I got you. Okay. So it's not in the actual vinyl itself, though.
It's not in it. They
Right.
cut.
They
They
cut
cut it.
Gotcha.
They cut hot wax.
Hot wax coming through.
Hot.
And that's how they do it, man. It's a process. I would love to take a tour of a vinyl factory.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
That'd be awesome.
The chances of one room being a cool room is high, but maybe not. I don't know. It might not be like the Saranac tour,
Right.
but it could be.
And when you just think about it for a second, it still kind of blows my mind how you just put a needle on vinyl and then you get
Sound.
When you can hear it when you don't even have your amp running.
yeah.
You hear like this.
Hear
What is
the-
that? I hear little mice singing songs or
like
something.
Dude,
I could-
figure that out.
You know what's amazing to me is the technology with DJing these days. Okay,
Oh,
so
yeah.
Serato makes, the way technology is today. So they have this box hooked up to, you have this box and you have your turntables hooked up to the box. And so then you have comes through your speakers, but it goes right into your computer and it reads it through just the vinyl. And it's just amazing to me because you put the needle on the record and it still comes through.
Wow.
And it's all digital and it's on point.
Yeah.
And it's like amazing. And I'm like, oh, how the hell do they do that?
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It is.
And it's different thickness in the vinyl. It's more plastic because it's all encoded. And vinyl is, like Victrola vinyl's thicker.
Yeah.
And then you got your regular vinyls, which is a little thinner, and it sounds a lot crispier and cleaner, and, you get the crackles and all that. But it's just amazing how technology is today. And now they got rid of the box. Now everything's right in the mixer. And so it's all, you could set your points up. Like, say, if you have a song, there's one part in the middle of the song that you want, you set that up right there and just loop it right there. And you could just use certain parts and you could just organize everything right from your mixer today. You could set up a whole 25-minute set and, like, just boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, drag
And it makes you faster and it makes you look better, too. Because it's different with vinyl, because if you're doing a set, like, you need somebody. Someone's got to learn your set with you. So they got to hand you records unless you have all your records.
Didn't they have to use to like make marks like on the records to know where to put it?
Listen, if you watch the Get Down, that's exactly how you did
That was
it.
amazing.
Grab the
crayon. I mean, I knew like right away. I go, I know what that crayon's for. Guess what? Nobody goddamn showed me neither. And that's what nobody
DJ
showed me
Premier.
that. Yeah. Nobody showed me that. It was just I went and did it. And so we never learned anything like that. We learned by listening. Like certain parts of the song and stuff like that. So we would mark and how we would mark and stuff like that. But, that just goes to show you that how far I wanted to go to learn the craft. You know what I mean? To do all that. But it's just fucking amazing with technology.
It is.
Especially with all these loop machines and the guys they got out. I mean, it's just crazy what you could do. It's amazing. Technology, I mean, you either adapt or you have to adapt.
Get left behind.
Yeah, well,
or press vinyl.
It's still, yeah. But even though with instruments these days too, everything is digital, and it's either you have to adapt, and especially you have to. I mean, you could go back to the old stuff, obviously, and
You're a vinyl fan, though, right?
yes.
Oh, yeah.
I went to my favorite place. I found this place in Philly. It's called Milk Crates. It's you go there, get coffee. And, have a sandwich. They got records all over the wall. And then you go downstairs in the basement, and there's gems everywhere. And it's, like, just classic shit. And I'm like, I could literally spend, like, all day there. And I found that because Jazzy Jeff went there. I'm like, oh, I'm definitely going there. So it was nice to go there. But other than that, I go to Ithaca all the time. It was Angry Records. I go there all the time.
Yep.
Well, actually, I'll go there Friday. I got to pick up my son from college. So
Nice.
yeah.
Nice.
We got a couple people checking on the text line. Mariah Joyce is saying hello.
Hello, Mariah.
Bandage is saying he's got to get some Fats Weller. Jerry and his groups do some amazing work. He's a big fan. Same with Twin Speak. So thank you, Dave, for checking in. If everybody that is watching this could just do us a favor and click the share button, that would help us all out. It would help Twin Speak out with his Kickstarter campaign. And, of course, Jerry D's in the house to talk about Flower Fest, which we'll talk about in just a little bit. And also, Todd is checking in. He says, two ways to do an album cut with lathe or press in the big factory with the blank is pressed. The lathe is typically better, but much slower process. Most lathe cuts are small companies that do small runs. I didn't
Does
know that.
Todd
actually.
know everything?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. He's
Except for
like
how
the
to spell.
Jedi. He's like Yoda of disruption. He knows everything.
He cannot spell, that's for
cannot
damn sure.
We found a fault.
Let's give him a plug, though. June 1st.
I was just going to say, he could sing, too.
June 1st, Toast is coming back. If anybody remembers the band Toast from the 90s, Todd was the lead singer of the band, and Toast is coming back, and not only are they coming back, but they're coming back better than ever.
Really?
They've got some phenomenal talent in that band,
I'm
including
excited.
Baron, his brother, and our good friend Pat Orlowski on drums.
Nice.
So they're coming back June 1st at Lucan's. I'm sure we'll talk about it a lot more as time gets going, as we get closer to.
I think I'd have to make sure I'm off that night from the bar.
Yeah, unfortunately, I won't be
Just
around.
walk over. Not going to notice that you're gone anyways.
I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Why are all these minors in the bar?
I'm going to miss the show that day, but I'm sure we'll see Toast out there a lot this summer and beyond, so it'll be good. But for right now, we got Ian, my man Ian, and Jerry D in the house. Twin Speak over. What's the website address? Can you plug that?
Website for us in general is twinspeakmusic.com.
Gotcha. That's awesome.
You will see a priestess with boobs.
And what's
be prepared. There are boobs.
What's on this website? They can check out tour dates. Can they listen to music?
So this website, it's a very, very basic website that Tim Schramm also set up for us.
Nice, Tim.
And yeah, he's the man, like I said. It pretty much just sends you to our contact, our Facebook, or our Bandcamp.
Okay, cool.
So the Bandcamp is where you can listen to this album that we are talking about. You can download it for free. You can listen to it as much as you want, and you can bring it with you anywhere you want. So that's on the Bandcamp if you want to check it out before you even contemplate wanting to buy the album. If you don't want to buy the album, please just listen to the music. And once we start streaming on all digital platforms, please start just streaming and listening, because this one, the sound quality compared to the first record, it's worlds better. It hits hard, it's raunchy, it's gritty, and it's a journey. And so
all your music is a journey.
It is a journey.
Yes, it is. It takes you on a journey.
Yep.
It can touch on every emotion that you have when listening to Twin Speak.
You want a trip without dosing, this is what you should do.
It sounds like fun.
Jerry D, the Dovetones have any plans on releasing any music? Any going into the studio anytime soon?
You know, I actually have been planning on going in just by myself.
Yeah.
And cutting a bunch of like originals. I've been planning on doing like half originals and like half standards. You know, like kind of like the old time jazz kind of stuff. That's what I've been doing for a while. But that's as far as like projects with the band and album, not really. No, nothing on the. I mean, I'm sure I'll have those guys come in and lay some tracks down if that ever happens. But yeah, I'm not really sure where I'm gonna be going with my music.
You're just out there gigging.
Yeah, I'm just out there gigging, and it's fun to be able to gig a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It's always fun. But I've been playing this genre, the early 20s, 30s and 40s for a while, and I'm kind of getting a little eager to maybe expand my horizons a little, maybe try to pick up some other gigs or different type of music or something, because I have a lot of other interests besides just the jazz thing. So
touch back on the reggae a little
maybe
bit.
Get back into the reggae.
The Hot Steppers.
Yeah, the Hot Steppers.
Hot Steppers are a great band.
That was a lot of fun.
I love that woman.
Of course, now the bass player there, Bill Epple, he's doing the Root Shock.
Yeah,
they're phenomenal.
They're doing that at a high level right now.
High level. Yep.
Root Shock, great band out there in Syracuse. Syracuse bass band, Syracuse Rochester.
Remember
bass
High
band.
and Mighty?
High and Mighty, that was a great one. The Hot Steppers, though, that woman, Tawana.
Tawana Wright.
She was incredible, man.
She was incredible.
She was incredible. You've had some great bands throughout the years, man.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, man, you've been lucky to play with the caliber of musicians you play with, including today, man.
I know.
Talk about your lineup that you got today with the Dovetones.
I heard, it's a super lineup. I couldn't be happier, with the guys I'm playing with. First of all, we have on the upright bass. This guy, I don't go too far back with him. His name is Sean Peters.
Mm-hmm.
But wow, what a phenomenal bass player. So I've been on lockdown with the Doves for the last 10 years. My man Sean has been like working the bass scene. He's got all the bass gigs on lockdown. which is cool because he deserves it. Man has paid his dues, and he is really, really a solid bass player. So we, in fact, when I first started this project, he was the first guy I called because I needed a bass player. So I called him up and asked him if he wanted to play some jazz, and he was definitely into it. So,
were you just fed up with playing bass?
No, not at all.
No,
I mean, who was gonna sing all this stuff? You know, so it's kind of like I couldn't really do the bass and do all that vocal work.
Gotcha.
You know, because plus, you know, if I wanted to just do it solo, you know, you don't really want to do a bass solo kind of, you know, not that there's, maybe you could, but what I'm saying, you know. So I picked up the guitar so I could have all the, you know, the chord changes. And then I have 2 sax players, 2 best guys around.
You can't find a better combination of sax players in your
They're
band.
extremely different players, too, but they complement each other so well. And when they get together on stage, it's like they just feed off of each other. Each one is a different person when you add the other one. Their playing is even better because this really, you know, the energy they feed off. And they have so much fun on stage. I'll be singing, and these 2 are over here, you know, just like goofing around, jerking off on stage. They're just so into it. They're just having so much fun, which is fun, you know. But I got Devin Garamone. You know, me and G-Moan, we've been playing since, you know, 8th grade jazz band at Proctor, you know, and so we've had a lot of gigs over the years. But he is just so schooled.
Oh yeah,
he is so well schooled
in
jazz and everything else. But
wasn't he up for a nominee one time?
I'm sorry,
wasn't he up for a nominee for Grammy or something?
I don't believe so, but I'm not that he couldn't be someday.
He's
but
a great saxophone player.
Well, he did. I don't know if you probably know Z, but he released an album or 2 with some big time heavyweight.
Oh yeah,
John Abercrombie and some other guys, but
Jeff Palmer.
Jeff Palmer, yeah, man, Jeff Palmer is amazing. I can't wait till he gets back on the scene, you know. But but Devin, he really is like, you know, his a heavyweight in his own right.
Really is.
You remember at the barbecue fest? We were sort of like, I think you gotta go on. He's just sitting there chilling, hanging out with us. The band's all getting ready to play. He's like, I think you're playing, aren't you?
Yeah.
Very late.
He's like, oh shit.
That was
Love's just taking it all in, you know.
He's
the dude who goes with the flow. He's the guy he's your band member that shows up 2 minutes before the gig.
Yeah.
He's that dude. He rolls in, you know, but you know,
kind of like chicken.
You know he's gonna be there though.
I come flying in with skid marks.
Yeah, Devin does rip, but at the barbecue fest, what he's alluding to is we were at the Adirondack Barbecue Fest, and we were talking to Devin on our program, and all of a sudden the band starts playing, and we're just going, and I'm like, aren't you supposed to be up there? And he's like, oh, yeah, shit. And he grabs his sax, and he goes running up to the stage. And yeah, they also got to mention Sam Kinninger.
Well, yeah,
how could you not forget about Sam
I know.
Kinninger?
Yeah, so I'm sure the EC family knows and loves Sam very much, very well. So Sam Kinninger, I mean, he's my second guy. He's on the alto, Devin's on the tenor. But man, you know, Sam and I go way back as well. In fact, he was in my first band in high school called OGD with Johnny Breeze on the bass.
What did OGD stand for?
Overgrown dick. No. No.
That's great.
No, really not overgrown dick. It was actually we had to come up with a name for our band at the last minute, and that was a tune, a Wes Montgomery tune that was like our favorite tune we played, and so we just went with that. You know, that was it. Nothing exciting there, but
that's what they told the girls.
Well, you know, obviously people have asked us that repeatedly, so we'd come up with all kind of overgrown dick was, you know, oh goddamn, some shit like that, whatever.
So far, I've heard overgrown dick and 2 sacks jerking off.
That's got a fun band, dude.
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
But we have to mention Sam's accolades. I mean, not only did he start Lettuce, but the guy's been on stage with Dave Matthews. Yep. And he's jammed out with Ivan Neville and Dumpster Funk and all these guys. I mean, we could go on and on and on of the guys that Sam Kinninger has played with, and it's amazing.
Most recently, he's been playing on and off. He's been catching these pickup gigs with the dude the bass player from In Living Color.
Oh yeah, Doug Wimbish.
Yeah, he's in that band. I haven't seen him or heard him, but I can imagine it's probably pretty righteous with that setup.
Unbelievable. I'd love to hear that. Doug Wimbish is a badass.
Yeah.
Badass.
But the last gig we had, Devin was in Japan on vacation, and so we had Sam, and then we brought in our big man Jay Brady on mandolin.
Wow.
You throw him in the mix.
That must have cost you a fortune.
You know what? No, man. No, pro bono. He did that for me.
I'm busted.
I love Jay. But you bring him in. You throw him into the mix, man, and he just has so much to bring to the table.
He does.
Though, I mean, it was so exciting having him up there. Really, it is. Like, it's really exciting having him up
That's
there.
a lot of talent.
It's
stage.
funny though, how Brady can actually kick you up a notch, right?
I know, he really does, man. And then, but those fucking guys, Sam, they never met. Sam and Jay.
They never met?
They were.
Nah, they had to have met.
I don't. Well, they said they didn't really know each other. But I don't know if they really maybe met, cross paths, but they didn't really. They never really met, right? So, but they were goofing off, having fun, like speaking over me when I'm trying to sing. I'm like looking out of the corner of my. But I love that shit. They were having so much fun up there, dude.
It's great to see.
So, but just on that note, May 27th, we're gonna have the quintet. We're gonna have both saxes and Jay Brady, and then myself and Sean Peters at the Woodland Sunday.
Oh, nice. Great.
Sunday, 2 to 5, May 27th.
It's just before Memorial Day. Memorial Day weekend. Oh,
yeah.
beautiful. I'll have to come out for that one. That sounds like a lot of fun.
I'll go. I'm down.
Well, listen to that lineup, though. You've got
know,
Brady,
that's what I'm
Sam, Devin, yourself, and
Like an
Sean.
all-star group.
Do you have a drummer anymore? Or?
No, we kind of not really.
No? Just keeping it traditional?
Keeping it traditional. Just haven't found someone. We've been playing with some great drummers, but we have such a very we cover a lot of different. To be honest, we cover a lot of Jamaican music. We do a lot of reggae, or not so much some reggae, but we do a lot of ska and we do a lot of rock steady. Not a lot, but we do enough, and it's hard to find drummers who can hold that shit down. It really is. It's surprising. It's a very different animal to play any of the Jamaican rhythms. Very different.
It is.
And I think a lot of the drummers that around here, they're they're not really haven't been maybe exposed to a lot of reggae, and so they're not.
A drummer.
I know this guy is. I know he's a drummer, but he'll probably attest to this that if you haven't really listened to reggae or studied it, then you're not going to pick it up. It's a totally different animal. It's not like rock and roll. It's not
all on
like
the up.
It's not like American music. It's a totally different animal.
I love reggae.
I do too.
Can you play reggae?
I can.
Yes.
I knew you could. I don't know why, but I knew you could.
Where's the kit?
Yeah.
I got the kit in the back. We tore it down for Mudfest, and I just never put it back up. And if you notice, I cleaned up in here. So
Beautiful.
Somebody's got to. So I cleaned up and put the drum kit way in the back. But maybe one day we'll get it all set up. And I wanted to do a guest drummer. Ian,
that's cool.
In fact, next time you come in, you could be the guest drummer.
It would be an honor.
I think it would be fun.
Yeah,
you
that'd
could
be cool.
Show us all your rudiments and shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the training ended pretty young, and it just was like kind of whatever happened after that. So I'm not like, I'll do what I can.
So yeah, the drummer, we've there's a couple guys out there that will pick up if we have the appropriate gig.
You want the right person. You don't want to just get a drummer
right
to get a
person
drummer.
and the right venue. A lot of the venues we play, if you get smaller venues and
they don't want it too loud.
Not too loud, and But the other component to the Dovetones that has really come along that I'm super happy about is our man on bass, Sean, also is a great singer, and we've been working hard on doing some nice vocal harmonies.
Nice.
Which really, separates the men from the boys as far as bands are concerned. You have vocal harmonies, and it's a huge, huge addition to the sound. So I'm psyched about that. And he's also going to take some lead vocal too. So that's great.
It is important, the harmonies.
Yeah.
There's some bands out there. Like one band that I really enjoy, and it's the reason why I love them so much locally, is because of the harmonies, and that's Showtime.
Oh, yeah.
Showtime, there are some badass singing motherfuckers, those guys.
Right.
They can sing at a high level.
Well, when you got a band that size with that sound, the horns, and you add in the harmonies, man, it just rounds it out, like the velvet sound of that whole.
It's important.
Can't beat it.
I always think of like the Eagles when I think of harmonizing. Like that, they did it so perfectly.
Yep.
The Beatles come to mind. The Beatles were probably first to do it.
Absolutely.
You know, besides a barbershop quartet or something like that.
For that.
But, yeah.
They're like Alice in Chains too. Some of their albums,
it was just the two of them.
I know, but
I like it when everybody could come together and put some harmonies together.
Yeah. You know, that's one thing the Rusty Doves never did. We always had some harmonies, but after a while, I was just like, I'm just gonna let Alyssa sing.
Yeah, let her sing.
Just, pump on my bass. I don't have to shit. I don't have to open my mouth. That's fine with me. But now it's like, now I wish we had really kind of done more of that. But if I had gotten off my lazy ass and just opened my mouth more.
Dave's saying Jurassic 5 for the best hip hop set on harmonies. That's true. Jurassic 5, they can definitely harmonize.
Oh, yeah.
I loved what they did. Are they still together? Do you know?
Yeah.
They are still together?
I think so.
Love that group. Love them. A lot of fun.
I'd like to see them live.
Me too. Very positive influence.
Yeah.
And
It's true hip-hop.
yeah, it's true hip-hop. Jurassic 5. Good call, Dave. I like that.
Good job.
So you guys got a lot of dates booked? You're going to have a busy summer?
Yes.
Yep.
Busy summer.
Doing like the festival circuit or?
We're doing, we got the One World Flower Fest.
Yep.
Doing the One World Jam. I'm not sure. It's the one in
Galveston.
Jen Schnur. Yeah.
Yep. We talked about that yesterday, as a matter of fact.
Cool. That's going to be a good lineup. That's in August?
June.
July? June?
Yep.
Really? Okay.
Yep.
Thanks.
Oh shit, June.
Festivals. I don't know. But I think there might not too many festivals. You know.
No.
Because it's like the Rusty Doves used to do more of the festivals, I think, because we were more into like the bluegrass Americana scene, and there's a lot of festivals for that type of genre.
Mm-hmm.
The Dovetones are kind of turning out to be more like a jazz group, and so there doesn't seem to be a lot of those types of festivals. But we do have a lot of gigs.
A lot of bar gigs, weddings.
We have private parties. We do the private parties. Lot of like bar and venue gigs. Like
Get up to like Old Forge area at all?
Yeah, we do the circuit in Old Forge. Like Sisters Bistro, and we should be hitting Slickers and those types of gigs. Yeah.
Van Hawkins.
It's another conversation.
Oh no.
Maybe that's another conversation.
Yeah. Old Forge is a great little spot though to jam
spot.
up there, and they get it up there. They're music fans in that town.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The other venue we love there is the Fulton Chain Craft Brewery.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
a great place. If you haven't been in there, you got it. The beer's
check that out.
fantastic.
I've had their beer. I've never been in there yet.
It's a great little place.
Yeah,
It's
check it
like
out.
off the main drag. But the guys are great. And it's a nice bar, and the beer is awesome. The beer is really good, and they have a nice lineup throughout the summer of music.
Nice.
Yeah,
I'll have to check it out.
Fulton Craft Chain.
And people are up there. They're on vacation. They want to have fun. They want to come out and do stuff. So
Although I tell you that town died at like 10 o'clock, 9:30. It's like a ghost town up there, man.
Even on the weekends?
Even on the weekends, dude. We'll play Sisters Bistro, and we'll be on the street, on the outside playing, and like 9:30, 10 o'clock. It's like a freaking ghost town, man.
see, I was out there a couple weeks ago.
Must
At
have raining.
we were at the back
That's
door,
when
and
it
that place
comes
was
in.
jamming.
Yeah, except that, you're right. There's like one or two places.
Yeah,
back
door
They
always
said,
is.
yeah, the back door.
That's our man Albert.
Yep.
Our man Albert. He's
Big
got it going
fans.
on at the back door. You did mention though One World Flower Fest. It's going on this Saturday.
Yes.
Great event just before Mother's Day. So if you want
Fourth annual, I believe, right?
Fourth annual, yeah. It's been a pleasure working with your dad on this. I'm a big fan of your father. I never met your dad until I became on the committee of Flower Fest.
Okay.
And, we have our own little separate side conversations when the meeting's going on.
Yeah, right.
I feel like Angel's like, hey, guys, can you shut up? And I'm like, I'm talking to Jerry over here. And I'll be texting you. I'm like, I'm hanging out with your dad right now. I love this guy. But no, it's been a pleasure to meet with him and to hang out with him. And great man.
He's a good guy. He's been on the square forever, you know.
How long?
God, I think it's
the 80s, right?
35 over at least 35 years. Well, he was on Park Ave where the Jamaican place is, and then for a few years. In 81, I think he opened up there.
Okay.
In fact, it's interesting. I can remember I think I was 7. I can remember my parents got divorced. We went to my dad's house. I was 7, and he said to my brother and I, he's like, I got a surprise for you guys. Put us in the car, took us to this, rundown little shop on Park Ave. And on the door, my dad wrote in crayon, backwards, "This is a surprise." Yeah, right. This new shop is a surprise anyway.
What does your dad do? Like, what's his shop?
Vintage furnishings. He owns that antique shop on Oneida Square.
Right next to Puffin Stuff.
Right next to Puffin
Oh, wow.
Stuff. Yeah.
Cool. There's a lot of great stuff in there. I walked in there one day.
Yeah.
There's a lot of great stuff in there.
Yeah.
Don't buy new. Buy used.
Yeah.
He's been
Thank you. I got to go in there.
time.
Actually. I
You
gotta look
should,
for
man.
chairs,
Well,
neat
we will
chairs.
be there broadcasting live this Saturday.
Yeah.
Tell him I sent you, man. My dad, Jerry.
I'll be at the Flower Fest as
nice,
well. I'll be there all day.
He's performing and he's on air talent too. So you got to.
You and I
double
went
duty.
to, I think we graduated together.
Sounds like it.
92?
91.
Oh, okay. You were a year ahead of me. Okay. Yeah,
It's cool.
I remember you.
I should have been graduated.
You were a great, were you the fashion dude? You were always in the fashion? Or there's another.
You used to wear all the
Malosey.
dresses and stuff.
Malosey.
I'm sorry.
Like Devin. I've known Devin
Yeah,
for
yeah.
years. And
You and Malosey were tight, though, weren't
Yep,
you? 'Cause
yep.
he was always super fashionable, that dude.
yeah, he was always into skateboard and music, hip hop.
That's what I
DJing.
remember, as he was always had the latest fashion.
John Malozzi was the cool kid on the block in my eyes
I
growing
didn't
up.
know
Yeah,
those
he was
guys,
good
the
shit.
East Side. I didn't really know those guys, but
Yeah, that's the East Side, baby. East Side. You were in the South Side, right?
South Side.
Yeah.
Well, my dad lived on the East Side, so I had,
You had street cred?
Yeah, I had
You
some-
crossed.
We liked everybody.
Fiozo, man. He gave me my street cred. Fiozo, remember him?
Anthony?
Anthony Fiozo.
Well, I haven't heard that
Wow,
name in
I haven't
years.
heard
right.
years.
Actually,
Wow.
what the fuck happened to Anthony Fiozo?
I don't
What
know. That's
happened
so
to him?
Anthony, where are you?
Yeah,
Are you
He
watching?
used to bring
Where are they now?
he used to bring pornos to Mrs. Paris's 8th grade social studies class and flash them up at everybody. When she would, bing, we always flash them.
That's
We're
hysterical.
gonna talk off here too. I got a feel. story.
happened?
I don't know.
never
I was
heard
like
that
the
name
he
either.
used to crack me up. He was a funny dude.
He was.
Yeah.
Man.
So funny.
Lived on St.
That's
Vincent.
awesome.
Yeah, anyhow, One World Flower Fest this weekend, and Gabe, you're gonna help us out too, right? After
Yeah, I'll be
he's
there all day
DJing
with
for
you.
Amos Stenell, which is
Yeah.
your guest tonight on Ease Beats and
Biz.
Biz.
DJing for him, and yeah, I'll be bouncing around all over the place.
And then we're going to be set up right out in front of Puff and Stuff, of course,
Nice.
naturally.
Yeah.
We're going to be out in front of Puff and Stuff doing our broadcast
I'm
and
looking
stuff. I'm
forward-
going to be in and out, so chicken, it's got to take the ball and run with it because I'm stage manager too.
They're gonna have the band shell up.
Oh, it's
right?
gonna be off the hook then.
Yeah, and then probably nothing's going to get done.
So
Probably
wait,
not.
Who's
gonna be
on
sound?
first? I'm on first. then.
No, I'm just doing the stage manager.
I gotta bring my sound.
No.
Oh, I'm
There's
just wondering.
Finelli's coming.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, that's what I had.
Oh wow.
Wow.
Yeah, we got
Finale.
Perfect.
This is like a legit.
This is
festival
yeah,
now,
dude. I'm
man.
excited
Oh,
now.
it's legit. It's legit.
Wow.
In fact, it starts at 11 with you and Amos at 11 a.m. And then our girl, Madam Zizi.
Nice.
She's got the whole
I
band.
haven't
coming
caught
in,
her yet. I want to see that.
She's just got, I think she's just singing solo. And she's coming in, who's also going to be on the show on Thursday. She'll be here on Thursday.
She's actually coming in.
So yeah,
She's busy.
finally. I know she's really busy. So I got her coming in on Thursday to talk more about Flower Fest. And then after that, you guys doing two sets, I think you're doing, right?
Yeah.
You're doing two
Yep.
45s.
245s.
So, and then in between,
That'll-
there's dance competitions and other activities going on in
Super
between.
exciting,
So-
man.
That'll be our quintet too. Just to let you know. Oh, I'm sorry, quartet. Sam and Devin will be there. Both.
Oh, beautiful.
Wow.
Sam, Devin, and Sean. And
Have a great day.
Although these guys, I get a lot of last minute cancellations with this band. But
Uh-oh.
we won't
Uh-oh.
get into that. It's a band of freelancers, essentially.
Yeah.
It's all right, so I just work with whatever I can get. You know what I mean? I'm just happy to be out there doing it. So
Doing your thing, yeah.
going with the flow.
Right. Well, Devin's playing in a couple bands, right? Doesn't
Devin
he play in a
plays
few?
with
plays with the Hooch band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then Sam's always doing something, I feel like.
Sam is doing. I don't think he's gigging as much as we think he should probably be gigging. You
Mhm.
know. He drives a semi.
Mm-hmm.
So that keeps him real busy.
Yeah.
You know, especially at night. You know, he gets home late. His route is down to the city every day, so it's
Oh, wow.
yeah.
Well, I didn't
So,
know that.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yep.
He's
it's a
busy.
It's a new route for him.
He's busy.
So,
I gotta
but
go.
Goodbye.
whenever he comes around, it's worth coming down.
Piece one.
Peace one. Ease Beats and Bizz will
Bye,
be
everybody.
up and rolling tonight at 8 o'clock with
8
Amos
o'clock.
Stenell.
He's Beats and Biz.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, Bye. Get out of here. Get lost. See you, Gabe. Goodbye. Get out.
Seeing you, Gabe.
That's how it is. It's an open door policy around here. You just kind of leave the door open, and no matter what, weirdos always walk.
Chicken looks like a little baby.
He got his ears lowered or something. There we go. Well, we like to lock it because you never know. Especially when we have our political show, we never know that somebody's going to come in here blasting or something.
Oh,
Not that I want to give any ideas, but
That is bulletproof glass, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
This is a security office.
Good.
it used to be.
Mhm.
It used to be, but
It's still a security office.
yeah, Tommy knows how to ruffle feathers. I'll tell you that.
No.
So that's why we.
Tommy, man.
That's why we lock
he's
the doors up
funny.
around
He's
here.
something else.
That's why he's Tommy Drama.
I gotta say though, today on Back Talk, he actually agreed with a couple things that Trump's doing. Well, now that he pulled out of the Iran thing, now I think Tommy's pretty pissed off. But
Right.
we won't get into politics.
no.
We'll discuss politics on Tuesdays and Fridays with Back Talk 11 a.m. So if you want to get into
Tommy
politics.
drama.
Yes.
I like that. I know Tommy from Proctor. He was another dude. East Side. We never really hung out, but I met him. The first time I met him was in 8th grade. I sat behind him in Mr. Sajisa's industrial arts class in the basement at Proctor.
Oh, in the basement
Yeah.
Proctor.
Remember that, Tommy?
It probably does.
Yeah.
It probably does. Back when Proctor was a junior high, then it switched over to a
It
high
was
school.
junior high for like 1 year.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 years. It was quick.
Yeah, it was real quick.
And then it went right back to a
I
high
was
school.
there for 8th grade for junior high,
Mhm.
and then I actually went to Europe for a year. And then when I came back, I came back from Europe in May. I went to UFA for the last year it was opened.
UFA?
UFA.
You were a Titan?
I was a Titan. And then the following year is when they opened Proctor.
Ian, what school did you go to?
I went to Poland Central School up north. I graduated with 60 kids.
60 kids.
I told you when you kept that locked.
Yes.
60 kids? That many?
Yeah, and that was a big that was a big class for Poland.
That was a big class?
It's like 40 to 60 every year.
I always feel like Poland always had hot women come out of there. I can name
Really?
5. Yeah. I'll
Well,
give
they
you
don't
that.
stay.
That was about all of them, probably.
There's
I don't know.
all 5 of them.
So you went to Frankfurt?
No, I went to
Where'd
3
you
high
go?
schools in 4
Oh, okay,
years.
Okay.
I was a troubled youth.
That's like my college plan.
But I went to Mount Markham. I'm still troubled youth, right? I went to Mount Markham, Proctor, and I graduated my senior year of high school. I moved out to Las Vegas on my senior year of high school.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Graduated Green Valley High School in Vegas.
Why'd you move? What
Troubled
prompted-
youth.
Yeah. You went alone? Your parents
No,
shipped you?
Well, I was living with my aunt and uncle at the time, so my uncle retired from the fire
Where do you
department.
send a troubled youth?
And you send him to Vegas.
Vegas, yeah.
That
Sounds like
didn't
a good
last
idea.
too long. That did not last too long at all.
Clear things up.
Yeah, and then I had to come right back to Utica. But that's for another podcast.
I just want. Whose idea was it to send you to Las Vegas?
Yeah.
Well, he's having trouble. You know, he's troubled youth. We'll send him to Vegas.
Yeah.
Sin City. There
Send
you
them
go.
to the place you could buy humans. Do that.
Snort your lunch.
Yeah, well, that's pretty much what I did. So. Yeah, I was back. I moved out there when I was 17, and I was right back in Utica before I was 21. So,
Wow.
yeah, that was. But I love visiting Vegas.
Yeah, so
and
you go out there a lot.
a
so
lot.
you
And
have
my family's
connections.
still out there and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm rooting for the Golden Knights in the NHL playoffs right now. You gotta. It's their first year in the league, and they're already in the Western Conference Finals.
Your
Like
family's not from out there, though.
No, they're all from here. They're all from next door to us.
Yeah.
But we're
Yeah.
East Utica Guineas all day, you know.
All day.
All day, you know what I mean, huh? You know what I'm saying? Are you 100% Italian?
I'm only a quarter.
Quarter? You just got the last name?
Siciliano.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what's the other?
Quarter Polish.
Yeah.
And a lot of other honky stuff.
Honky stuff.
stuff.
Yeah,
Scottish, English,
white boy.
Norwegian. Yep.
Yeah. Jerry, are you 100% Italian?
No.
No?
Oh, I have Irish and French.
Irish and French?
Yeah.
Well, the beard's Irish.
Beard is definitely Irish.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, right.
Well, my dad's father, his parents were French. He had like one French grandparent, and then everyone else was Italian. And then the other side, it was kind of the same thing. It was like 3 Irish grandparents and then a French. So I have French from both sides, and then Italian. But Italian and Irish, kind of, culturally speaking.
Right on.
It's a lot of pride for one man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jerry D and the Dovetones and Twin Speak. Twin Speak, we got to get you a gig with us too. One of our events, maybe we'll put you guys together or
these
something.
guys don't play enough around.
I know you
man.
don't.
Well, yeah, I mean, we have to play places that you can blast that place out pretty much, and that's our only option. And the Dev was that place, and they allowed that to happen, and now that's gone. Yeah. So if we are currently booking. We've been taking a break. I just got married. Now that I'm done doing that whole business,
Congratulations.
we are ready. Thank you. We are ready to go.
Cool. Excellent.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a band for my Boilermaker party.
There you go.
It's at 8 a.m. though.
8 a.m.
But it's right on the race course. You'd be playing for 12,000 running people.
Okay.
You have his attention.
Yeah.
And it's
Would you mind a podcasting
my
network?
Absolutely.
I think that would be a lot better than going where we were last year. Last year we had problems with the Wi-Fi and it was hard to broadcast.
You can drink. I'm going to probably have a keg. If not a keg, I'm going to have plenty of beer.
Yeah?
But Z, I would love it.
Yeah, that might be fun. We'll talk about
family
that.
Party. Everyone's invited.
You do it every year, don't you?
Oh, this is my second one because we just moved to that house. This is going to be our second one.
Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, in fact, last year when I moved in, Jerry Krause called me. The doctor called me up because they used to have the people we bought that home from, the gentleman, he's passed away, but he was in Kill the Puppet. And so they would Jerry Krause, they have a big bash at that spot every year, and they put the band on the trailer, and it'd be a big jam. So he called me up to see if I wanted to follow that tradition and have a band. And we had just moved in, so I was just like, not yet, and now I'm just gonna have my own jam.
There you go.
I'm Jerry Krause. I'm Jerry D.
Oh.
No, I love Jerry Krause.
Yeah, Jerry's good man.
Oh, he's the man. Look how much he's doing for the,
Stanley.
Let's, in fact, we have to plug it because this Friday America's playing at the Stanley, and then on Saturday, right after Flower Fest, come on down for the Bad Boys of Comedy, which the Disruption Network is one of the proud sponsors of that event.
The Dovetones will actually be there because we got free tickets for doing the Reggae Fest, so we're all going to be there.
Nice.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
For America or for the comedians?
For the Bad Boys.
Nice.
The Bad Boys. Yeah, they got some funny comedians coming in.
Yeah, it should be good.
Some funny stuff coming in. And then a lot of good things happening at the Stanley. So big ups to our boy Jerry Krause. In fact, I got to pick up America at the airport Thursday night. Yeah, nice. I got to pick him up.
Want me to take? I'll take you. We'll take the bus. My bus.
Yeah.
The camper, bro.
That's the way to travel.
That'd be great. That would be hilarious. You still have the bus?
Still have the bus.
What
bro.
year is that bus?
76. I've had it for 22 years.
Have you really?
Just brought it up to the shop and gave him some brake work.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I have some vintage from the 60s Porsche 911 rims that will be going on the bus.
Nice.
Yes.
Soon. Can you imagine, if you were to pick up America in that bus,
Porsche's VW,
you're gonna have to
that's right,
videotape it because I would love to see their faces when you pull up in this was it 1976?
76, yeah.
76 bus.
It's funny. There's Al Schneer from Mo, great friend of mine.
Yeah.
He has a bus now.
Does he?
And he bought it last year. He had some problems with it. The engine blew up or whatever.
That's good to know because I started a Volkswagen of Mohawk Valley Club.
Did you?
Hit him up.
Hit him up.
Yeah.
He's got a bus.
There's only 2 members. Sean Corrigan, you know that dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what about Mike Plupchuk? He's not on that?
Dude, that's another story. His bus, it's been sitting in garage for 20 years, 15 years.
Has it really?
It's
bus doesn't cut it.
But Al did this video.
Okay.
Well, he had problems with the bus. He finally got it repaired. He got it fixed, and they did a little, him and his wife did a little traveling around the Northeast and stuff. Well, they caught up with Phil Lash from the Grateful Dead. Yeah. And they shot this really cool video of Phil riding shotgun in this bus. I mean, it's almost kind of perfect. You got the ultimate.
I gotta try that.
One of the 2 best musicians on the jam scene.
Awesome.
Cruising around in this V-dub bus. I mean, it's kind of funny.
That's
awesome. He was like, "Hey, where are you going? Oh, we're going to summer camp." And it's a cool little promo for summer camp. Yeah. But you should hit up Al about the.
Out, yeah. I'm very much into the Volkswagen thing. Yeah.
That's your thing. Yeah. Yep. 76.
My first car was a 76 bus, not the camper. And then I sold that. I got a 73 Super Beetle convertible. I had that in high school and after high school. But then I sold that when I went to school in North Carolina in anticipation of finding the camper, which is like the granddaddy.
Yeah.
So I found my camper,
That's great.
Yeah.
And
22 years I've owned it. I can't believe time flies.
you got to take care of it.
You do.
You know?
Yeah, I know. I never drove it in the winter. I've driven it twice in the winter because I didn't have any other vehicle. And in fact, it does fairly well in the winter because the engine's in the rear and it's rear-wheel drive. So, no heat though.
Problematic.
No heat.
Yeah.
And it doesn't tow boat. It doesn't tow my boat.
Oh, it doesn't?
No. It's okay though.
What is that? 4-cylinder?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pancake engine.
Yeah. But they're probably easy to maintain, though, aren't they?
Very easy to maintain. I'm not a mechanic. I mean, I can do like the basic oil change type of deal. But no, I'm not a mechanic. And that's the key, is finding a good mechanic who there hasn't been one in the area for the last few years. Both of my mechanics over the years, they've both since passed away. But Bouckville is the place to go. Tell Al if he's listening. Bouckville, Pierce Auto. They got a great air-cooled specialist in there.
Very cool.
In fact, I had a problem. We would take the bus on tour all the time.
Yeah,
Listen, I had this recurring issue with the bus where it would just kind of seem like it wasn't getting gasoline. Anyways, long story short, no one could figure out the problem for years. But I took it to Pierce last year. Boom, lickety-split. It was just a little sensor on top of a cylinder, $3 part, fixed, runs like a top.
Awesome is that? Nice.
Yep.
Very cool. Very, very cool. Have you guys ever played together? Ever jammed together? Or?
We jammed out. I took my bass out. I was trying to get in with these guys, because who wouldn't want to play bass with fucking Twin Speak, right?
Seriously, though.
But it was fun. We had fun. It's just, we just, we jammed out and.
We didn't really try hard enough. We kind of gave it one round.
Yeah, it's like.
And we were still in a weird place ourselves, and it kind of was just like, well, no one got a hold of the other one again.
I feel like what happened was like we had some awesome jams, but it wasn't like Twin Speak jams. It was like these guys and Jerry D, jamming hard.
Right.
And I hadn't played electric bass at that point for a long while. Right. And I went down there with this 5-string bass, which is like if you don't ever play a 5-string bass, it's like you don't know how to play it.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just like you really don't know how to fucking play a 5-string. That one string, you'd be surprised.
You don't got to tell me I know.
It's like, holy shit. So,
Is it a thing for you guys not to have a bass player, or do you look for a bass player?
So there's one scenario where we would add on a bass player at this point, and that is if somebody learned, like we have bass on our albums that Brandon wrote and put on there. If somebody wanted to listen to those bass tracks, memorize those bass tracks, come in and play them with us. Right. Like it's going to be a lot of work at this point, and a lot of feel. A lot of it's a lot of feel, and like we slow down, we speed up, and you got to have the feel. And when Jerry came, that was real early Twin Speak.
Yeah,
that was probably the first 4 months, 5 months.
He's right. To play with a band like Twin Speak, you have to you have to kind of dedicate yourself to that. You know what I mean? You really have to immerse yourself fully.
Even though we don't play out a lot, we play a lot, and
it's not like picking up a jazz gig where you know the language, you can just read the chords, and it's not like but these guys,
Are you guys still? You said you still play a lot. Are you in like a practice room? Or
we
studio or
practice
something?
in the Mayro space.
Oh, you're still up there?
We have a Mayro space with
Tim Schramm.
Well, so we used to be in Tim's room. Now we are in a room with Paul Crowther.
Oh yeah,
Real Burnouts and Bobby Rogan.
Some parties in there, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we have a smaller room, and Tim's got the nice room. Tim's got the big room where we have White Noise Workshop. Yeah.
Party.
Is Tim listening? Party Tim. Yeah. So
time Tim.
Yeah. So we have White Noise Workshop in there, and we're like 2 floors down or up. We're the top floor. So we practice up there, and we pretty much it's actually where the Clear Channel station used to be.
WOUR.
Yeah, they used to be on the other side of where we are. And all those rooms are still soundproofed, and it's empty.
Oh, so you in the studio side or the sales side?
We're in the sales side.
The sales side, which is the front half of Genesee Street.
Yep. So we got a good view of the road, and we watch the parades up there and stuff, and it's pretty cool.
Kathleen Davis wants to know what year you graduated from Poland.
2009.
2009. He's a youngin.
Yeah.
Youngin. 2009. Wow. Imagine
2009.
I don't even remember. They're like, that's in the middle of my blackout years.
Yeah, me too.
I was working for Verizon.
Were you? You were doing High and Mighty in 09.
I was?
Yeah, I would think you were.
No, dude, that was the Doves.
Oh, was it the Doves?
Yeah, 2007 we started.
Wow.
I know.
2007 you started with the Doves?
2007.
And then that went for a good 12-year run, huh?
10 years.
10 years?
2007. Yeah, 10 years last year.
Yeah.
It was 2017 last year, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys went out with a bang, that's for sure.
It was a hell of a party, man.
At the train station?
Yeah, it was a hell of a party. We had like 250, 300 people pay at the door. We had Old Main. Oh, shit. Who else do we have? A lot of bands.
Yeah, you had a lot of fun.
I think it was, I don't know. We had a great night.
You play with Old Main a lot? I feel
like
like that's a good mix, you guys and them.
You know, back in when we were all starting out, you know, we did a lot of stuff together, but those guys have, you know, really kind of come such a long way, and they got their own thing going, and like they're kind of unstoppable, and like they're just doing their own thing. I haven't played. Actually, we played a gig with them in December at my at the benefit I had for the Abraham House at the other side.
Oh, nice.
That was a great night. We had 4 bands, I think it was. Joe Sweet and John Kelsey. And then we had Remsen Social Club. And then Old Main, and then the Dovetones. But there were 45-minute sets. So it was like a perfect showcase, like acoustic music showcase. You know what I mean? It was a really good night. We made over $1,000.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome.
Abraham House.
Jerry, you do a lot of that stuff. You're in the, you know, contributing to charities and stuff like that.
Yeah,
it's important to
It is.
give back to the community.
Well, you know, they've been so supportive of me, and especially the Doves, and so yeah, it's a fairly easy thing to do, give back to the community.
Yeah.
In fact, I try to, you know, donate performances, you know, several times a year.
I gotta interject here. I have to go pick up my son from the babysitter, guys.
Right on, brother.
So I'm gonna
wait before you get out of here. Plug your Kickstarter. Plug all your social
Kickstarter, Souls Vinyl, Gatefold, 180 gram audiophile grade record. Google search Souls with 2 S's, SOULSS, Kickstarter, and go to our Facebook page, Twin Speak. That's Twin Speak, not Twins Peak, not Twin Peaks. Twin Speak.
2 words.
2 words. That is key. Thank you, Jerry.
It usually happens to you.
And twinspeakmusic.com. You can find everything you need on any of those sites. Please support us. We love Utica. We love everything about this place, and we hope you guys can back us up and just finish this last section of what we got to do to finish this this pre-sale for our record. You will not regret it.
Play out more.
Do me a favor, share this video, and then when you got time, post the link on the comments of this video so people can see where the link is and maybe help you contribute a little bit.
Right on. 2 days.
And then the other thing is, too, I'd like to bring the whole band in. You guys performing here.
Oh, we'd do it.
One of these days.
Oh, yeah.
One of these days we got to make that happen. So.
That could happen. I mean, we got the mics and stuff.
Ian, great to see you, man. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Good luck to everything in Twin Speak.
Thank you very much.
These guys kick ass. They really do, man. I can tell you if you go out there and check those guys out, it is definitely a roller coaster of emotions. They really are amazing.
Yeah, you don't see. There's nothing like them around here, you know.
Yeah, no, there really isn't. There really isn't. We were talking about the Old Main too, and I want to talk about how they have definitely evolved.
Oh yeah,
into this awesome sound.
Yes,
and what they're doing is amazing, and they're starting to pick up a lot of momentum.
Yes.
And gaining interest in the management side of things, and I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. They've been in here a bunch, and they've played here a couple times, and great guys, very humble. Guys. So I like to see that. And then there's such an influx of great talent in this area, man.
It really is.
And it's all different genres.
And it's just growing and growing more and more every day. It's all the venues that want to have music. I mean, all the venues around here just seem to all want to have live music now. All the restaurants, it's like it keeps growing and growing.
Yeah, we need a venue though.
Yeah,
instead of pushing a couple tables off to the side, we need one with like a stage and lights and full production. We need a venue. There needs to be something happening with that, and you know
That's gonna come up. That's gonna pop up. It's gonna have to.
Yeah,
it's gonna have to.
Seriously, I was telling these guys too, and I've been talking about it for the last couple of days. Is this past Saturday at 12 North, there was a great event happening over there with a couple young bands.
Yeah,
younger.
I saw you say something about that. That there are really some good up and coming stuff with bands, and
it was inspiring to see people actually coming out and supporting it. The place was packed.
It's awesome.
And it was inspiring to see people actually coming out to see live music again, because I feel like it was at a low point for a while.
Yeah, it
and
really
it's starting
was.
to come back a little bit.
And then you look at those if you ever see like the old ads from the old newspapers and the advertisements for the entertainment, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's like 20 venues with amazing bands, like every Friday, Saturday. You know, it's just like it was like a different time, a different place.
It was.
That's starting to come back around, I think.
I agree. It's a risk though, to open up a venue.
And I noticed, like, we talk about the bands, giving the bands a venue and stuff like that, and the bands going out there and pushing their own, and promoting themselves. But I noticed, like, there's a very lack of promotion from the venues themselves these days.
Some do, some don't.
They used to like all kinds of advertising to be all over the place. Like the venue itself would put themselves out there. Now that it's almost like they rely on the bands to promote, or like I don't know. I just don't hear about it enough.
Yeah, I think it's different maybe because of Facebook, maybe you think. I mean, back in the day when there wasn't Facebook, if you didn't do anything, then there was nothing out there. You had to do something. So maybe Facebook kind of took that out of their hands, and they figured just the public would see it I don't really know.
I think social media has made bands lazy.
Yeah.
And venues though too.
And venues. Yeah. Back in the day, you'd go out. You get your staple gun, you get your posters, hit up telephone
You're
poles.
right, dude. We used to do that.
Yeah, or go to a laundromat, or we had Big Apple, or go to wherever. Last Unicorn was another. You go and you hang up these posters. Now there's no posters anywhere. You barely see them.
I'll have Alyssa. Hey Alyssa, can you make me a poster? It's just for the internet though. I'm not gonna print it. You know what I mean? Like you're making posters just for the internet.
See, like back in the day, I used to do ads for all the area bars every week. They're promoting a different band. You just hear all these bars everywhere. This McGill's doing this and this bar doing that. I don't hear that anymore. You don't hear that from the venues anymore.
Do you even listen to radio anymore?
I do.
Oh, you do?
Because that's what I got in my truck. That's the only thing I can listen to.
Oh, okay.
But
I've never even listened.
I don't hear about it. And like you said, maybe it's a Facebook invite, but you're only hitting the people that are already in your group.
Right.
Who are you going to reach out to after, like beyond that?
Yeah.
And
you're right. In fact, most of the venues I play, they don't even list it in the paper anymore.
Dave's just checking in. He said, agreed, venues and bands have gotten lazy in terms of promotion. As Genesee Joe or Mark Sistai, sorry.
Yeah.
No one even bothers letting them know what to announce or on the radio or in paper. It's true.
I see Joe struggling every week with like what bands are playing this week because nobody feeds him any information.
And then the bars get mad that nobody's showing up, and they blame the bands.
And Sistai too, he gets a little ticked off too about because nobody submits their dates into the OD, and he's like he's struggling to find an article to write every week.
And they're trying to promote you,
right?
You know what I mean? Like
it's free promotion.
The least you could do is give them the information,
right? And it is. It's social media has definitely made bands lazy, and it's unfortunate. It is.
But again, the venue themselves, they're putting bands in every single week. A lot of these venues, every single week, they should already have it down that these are how we're going to promote it. You know what I mean? And you just change out the bands.
I mean, at the same time, though, Facebook really can increase your exposure.
It's a powerful tool.
Deny that. I think there's probably more pros than cons with it as far as
I agree.
Getting your band out there.
And it's free. Yeah, Jamie Foxx is saying he tags Joe today in his official summer lineup. And it's important. Just do it. Just drop it in.
It took 2 minutes to do, right?
Yeah. He called me to ask about getting some links on here. So I'm glad that he connected and the links are up.
Yeah.
Nice.
Beautiful.
Word.
Yeah, it helps. It's one big circle, too, that we're all in this music community together. So we're all here to help. Yeah, hi, Jerry. We're all in this music community together, you know? So we got to help each other. We have to, one hand washes the other. Is Facebook a very important tool? Yes. Twitter, yes. Instagram, of course. Use all those. But there's other avenues of marketing as well, And I feel the lost art of hanging up posters is long gone.
Oh, yeah. You don't see that at all anymore.
I miss that. That used to be a lot of fun. You go out or you go to a show that you know you fit in with that show. Say you got a show the next week. You go there. You hit them up with handbills.
Right.
Pass them out. Leave them on cars and
We used
stuff.
to send them to the venues like down south before we'd go down on tour. We'd send them. They'd ask. Some of the venues would ask us, and or if they didn't, we'd just send them posters.
Yeah.
I don't think you can put them on cars anymore. I think it's illegal.
Is it?
I believe so.
Probably
Because it ends up
New
being
York
litter
State.
and like.
Right.
New York State thing, probably. I wouldn't doubt.
Well, I mean, you just remember back in the day, you just have flyers all over the road. People just throw it out of their car and like. So.
Turns into litter.
Mm-hmm.
We do got a few more minutes left, but before we do get out of here, I want to promote One World Flower Fest that's happening this Saturday. A big thing happening this Saturday. But before we get into Saturday, I do got to mention tomorrow morning at 11:30, we're all meeting at City Hall, and we're going to clean up Oneida Square just in time for Flower Fest.
Nice.
We're getting together with the mayor and his Quality Life Sweep, and we're hopping on a bus at 11:30 over at City Hall, and we're going to go, a whole bunch of us. So if you're interested in meeting us, and you're interested in helping out your community and cleaning it up a little bit, hop into the bus with us at 11:30.
It'll be a beautiful day.
And even if you don't want to take the bus with us, you can meet us at Oneida Square around noon. You can park over there, maybe Dunkin' Donuts or Palermo's or one of those, and we're going to clean it up, and we're going to make it all nice for Saturday's event, which is going to be a great time. And Jerry, I got to thank you so much for participating in this, man. And
no, thanks for having me here. Thanks for
stepping up. And you know, it was funny because we were kind of trying to figure out what bands, and I was sending the committee links and like, let's try this, let's try that, let's try this, let's try that. And then, you know, some people were feeling it, some people weren't. And then you chimed in on something, and it said, you had chimed in on some kind of post, like, if you're looking for a band, here we are.
How do we,
And I was like, that's our answer right there. You know, this is it right here. Nice. And so everybody agreed, like, yeah, let's go with the Dovetones. So
with that lineup, how can you not?
Yeah, I know, right?
Well, I really appreciate that. That's great.
No, it's a perfect fit, and we're gonna have a great time, and it's all for a lot of fun, and it's for Mom too, man. It's just the day before Mother's Day, so it's a great event to bring your mom. There's going to be great art displays and food trucks and a farmer's market. And no, there's not a farmer's market. I made that one up. But there's going to be a pop-up art show, and there's going to be...
I'll be selling strawberries.
There's going to be a lot of activities for kids, and just a bunch of stuff going on, and a huge display of flowers. So
now, do you know, are they going to shut any of the roads down for that or no?
I think half of it is shut down.
Okay. Like
only one lane,
like Eagle Street.
The Eagle Street's shut down.
Yeah, but not the Rotary and all that. They're not going to shut Jenny down.
They won't shut Jenny. Genesee.
Now that would be cool. I mean, you know, I'm sure it'd be a kind of a hassle, but if they could shut down the Rotary, that would be a cool place for a venue.
Oh, absolutely.
Or a festival.
What really?
Right there in the circle, it would be awesome.
Oh yeah.
Put the band right in the middle.
Now.
Yeah.
Is it? Everybody still calls it Oneida Square, but now it's a circle. So the circle gets the square.
Good point, man. It's Oneida Square, Oneida Circle now.
Mm-hmm.
I'll always call it the square.
I'm telling you, it's so much better down there now.
It really
it's so much cleaner and like easier to get through.
The flow of traffic.
Yeah.
And my dad's been there forever, obviously. So I've spent a lot of time growing up on the square. It's an interesting place to be. It's got its own, its own soundtrack type deal. It's a very interesting place.
Its own soundtrack.
If you ever need a haircut, go down and see my dad.
Why, your dad's a barber?
No. If you need a haircut, he will be.
That's hilarious. Your dad's a great man. And I got to give big love to everybody on the committee for One World Flower Fest. Angela has really come up with an all-star assemble of cast.
It seems like Angela has taken over the reins of this festival. And just from my experience, because my dad used to help, he's helped organize it over the years. But she seems to have really pulled it together. And I really love the idea of the band shell with the band or with the music, because I just think it helps, kind of bring everything together and make it more of a.
And that's the thing about Angela; she cares. You know what I mean? Like this is her pride. This is like what she puts all her energy into. So when she does an event, she does it upright. So kudos to her.
Good.
Dave Vange is saying, so if a wrestling ring is in the middle of the squared circle, can we officially make that the location of this circled square? They do call the wrestling ring the squared circle.
That's right.
That's funny. But you're right, though. Angela is knocking it out of the park. And when she puts an event together, it's not Bush League at all. It's always over the top.
Yeah.
And she always tries to outdo herself in every event that she does.
Yeah, I can tell that it's definitely been stepped up a lot this year.
And since we're speaking about her, she's our guest tomorrow on EC Radio.
Nice.
Awesome.
She'll be here tomorrow, and she'll be going,
Getting a
awesome.
started week, man.
Here we do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to promote. We're sponsors of One World Flower Fest, and we're going to be broadcasting live out in front of Puff and stuff. And I'm doing all the stage managing, and I book the bands, and I book the production, and I'm on the committee.
That's great.
So I just doing my part, of course. And it's only right to get it out there and promote. So not only did we bring you in, but we got Angela coming in, and ZZ's coming in on Thursday. So we've got a lot to talk about. Amos Donnell's coming in on Easy Beats and Bizz tonight.
But I thought you were just a delinquent that likes to swear a lot.
I'm a 41-year-old loser, which that was 2 years ago. So that's what they quoted me as, a 41-year-old loser. Now I'm a 43-year-old. In August, I'll be 43. I'm still a loser, but regardless. Anyways, I'm just doing my part and being a part of these great community events, and it's important to me. I love my city, and no matter how much I love to hate it, hate to love it type of thing.
Right.
But we're putting together a cool event
you're
like this. So.
You're another guy who's given so much and done so much for the scene here. So we really appreciate having you around, Z.
Appreciate being here.
Where would we be without Z?
I don't know about all that, but But we're gonna have a great time this Saturday, and it's like I said, it's just before Mother's Day. So bring mom, bring the family. There's gonna be kids activities, and you could. We got chalk for the sidewalks and do a little sidewalk art display, and there's art, and there's also neighborhood tours, and just a lot of activities going on. And it starts off at 11 in the morning. So there's going to be, in fact, it starts at 10 in the morning. My bad. It starts 10 in the morning with yoga.
Oh, yeah.
They're doing yoga at the
square.
They're doing it at Munson Williams.
Oh, okay.
They're doing yoga there. And then Colin Kaepernick Park, as we like to refer to it as. I know it's not the name of the park, but it's Copernic Park, but we call it Colin Kaepernick Park. There's going to be a bunch of art displays and that's going to be like the market over there.
Nice.
Some food trucks and stuff. And then,
nice.
And then all down the corridor of Genesee Street is just going to be art and music, and there's going to be dancing, and there's going to be so much things, and then a lot of displays of flowers. So I'm really looking forward to it. Angela, kudos to Angela. She's killing it. She really is killing it. We're proud of her. We're lucky to call her friend.
Oh, absolutely.
And soon she's going to be doing a mural right here.
Oh, we're here.
Yeah, this whole thing's going to be a mural.
Nice.
And she's doing it up for us. She's going to do it up big. Like Angela always does it up big time, so it's good.
I'm really excited to see what she does with that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to see how it looks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All going down. So that goes down on Saturday, but if you want to help us clean up the streets of Utica tomorrow, meet at City Hall right around 11:30 so we can help join in the quality of life sweeps. We had a lot of fun last year doing it, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of fun tomorrow doing it.
Something about seeing the mayor and Mega talking to each other.
That was
Bobby!
That was quite funny. Jerry, before we get out of here, plug social medias, your website, dates, anything you got for the Dovetones.
Sure. Well, for anyone in Syracuse, we'll be out in Syracuse tomorrow at the Scotch and Sirloin on DeWitt Street. That'll be our duo. But we're going to be at the One World Flower Fest. It's good. This Saturday, we're starting at 1 p.m., and we're going to play until 2:45. And we're going to have our quartet with Devin Garamone, Sam Kinninger, Sean Peters, and myself, Jerry D. So please come out and show your support.
You're doing 2 sets, right? Yeah.
2 sets.
Two sets, yeah.
Yep.
So two 45s and come in and hang out. And great lineup with Amos Donnell, and DJ East One's going to be backing him up. And our girl ZZ, Madam ZZ, she's awesome. If you haven't seen ZZ sing,
I haven't. I can't wait
she's
to see her.
Unbelievable. Yeah. You can catch her pretty much every weekend at the Turning Stone. She's at the Turquoise Tiger.
Nice.
Every weekend, Madam ZZ and her boys. So she's an amazing. Absolutely amazing. The event says 11. We always put it at 11. I always get, because everybody's late, Dave.
Yes.
That's why I always say, if the event starts at 11:30, I'm going to put it at 11 because everybody has no time.
You'll get somebody getting up there at 5 of 12.
Yeah, like you.
Yeah, me. That's why I did it, for me.
Yeah. Chicken has no concept of time whatsoever.
I'm always flying by the seat of my pants. That's the problem.
Late.
And it doesn't run too late, so make sure you get there before the thing is over because they're packing so much into the 3, 4, 5 hours that you don't want to be late. You don't want to get there too late because you're going to miss miss a lot.
And it's free, too. We forgot to mention it's free.
Right,
you just come down and hang out. It's a great community event. So the whole thing's free. One World Flower Fest. Looking forward to it. And, Jerry, again, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out and doing this. You know you got an open invitation.
It's my third time.
This your third time?
Yeah.
Last time was great, too. You brought the whole band and jammed out. We got to do that again sometime.
Got a lot more room this time.
Yeah.
I brought Alyssa. Didn't Alyssa and I come to promote the farewell show?
You came by yourself the first time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you came by yourself.
Yeah.
And then the second time you brought the band. Yeah, everybody but Sam. Of course. I've been trying to get Sam on for a while, and it's hard, though. I know he's busy.
Well, maybe we can corner him at the Flower Fest.
Yeah.
There you go.
Actually, we should pull him up for after he's done playing on Flower Fest. We'll pull him up for one of our live broadcasts.
Yeah.
That might work out.
Definitely.
We could try to get Sam.
He's supposed to be going to the comedy show. That's the same night, isn't it?
Oh, beautiful. Yeah, it is the same night.
You might be able to
We'll be there.
catch him there, too.
We'll be there at the comedy thing. That's the Bad Boys of Comedy at the Stanley on Saturday, right after Flower Fest. So that's going to be a good time.
A lot of stuff going on.
A lot of stuff, man. But there's nothing to do in this town.
No, nothing.
Nothing.
Sucks.
Just move out.
I hate this town. Last one, I'll turn the lights off.
Yeah, right. You notice there's no more of those stickers around anymore. They're long gone.
Oh.
Long gone. Before we got out of here, I got to give some love and respect out to attorney Nick Pasalacqua. For legal help quick, you better call Nick. Call attorney Nick Pasalacqua and his team of associates at 315-500-NICK or hit him up online at cnytriallaw.com. And stop down to the showroom at 5046 Commercial Drive in Yorkville and see why it's easy to do business with Steve Ponte V-Dub. Hit him up on the internet. StevePonteVolkswagen.net. And a good quality home inspection is?
Priceless.
Priceless Inspection and our good friend Josh Amodio. Give him a call today, 315-525-8725 for your next home inspection. In-depth and detailed reports, thorough inspections. And Josh, let me tell you, the man pays attention to details. When he comes to your house, he's there bright and early, and he goes through every millimeter of your house. And he probably takes a selfie up on your roof. That's like his thing that he does. He's been in the construction business his whole life, and he knows a good quality home inspection is
priceless.
Exactly. One more time, that number, 315-525-8725. And also much love and respect out to our good friends over at the Saranac Brewery, saranac.com, keeping us hydrated here on EC Radio and all the shows that we got going on here on DisruptionNetwork.net.
Which at 8 we have?
Ease Beats and Bizz. Which I say all the time, Ease Beats and Bizz is the best hip-hop show ongoing right now since Yo MTV Raps.
Did you see they're doing Yo MTV Raps concert?
I seen that.
That's pretty cool.
Seen that. It's going to be cool. Good. So Yo MTV Raps begins here at 8 o'clock. Ease Beats and Bizz, 8 o'clock here on the D. And then tomorrow, Angela's going to come in, and we're doing our Quality Life of Sweeps. And then also on Thursday, we've got a big jam-packed show on Thursday. We've got ZZ coming in, and also AO's coming in.
Oh, wow. I didn't know AO was coming.
AO's coming, too. So we've got a lot of action-packed. It's going to be pretty exciting here on Thursday, and lots to look forward to. And next week, we're only doing two shows next week, because I will be over at Paper Mill Island. We've got a lot of shows going on with Humphreys McGee, and then we've got Get the Let Out and Dark Star Orchestra. So
are we going to have some live check-ins like you did last year from?
Probably. And also, I got to mention, too, forgot to mention this earlier in the show, but today was announced, Mo, 2 nights at the brewery, September 7th and 8th, which we knew for a while, but finally it got out
so
there.
You can finally say it.
We can finally talk about it. And Mo at the brewery, September 7th and 8th, and they've got Aqueous opening up for them. They got another band opening up for them, too.
I feel like 500 hippies just got wet.
It's going to be exciting. In fact, Chuck Chale's going to come in right at the end of this month and talk about it, and they're going to – Saranac's got a really cool beer label coming out that they've put all their concerts on a label, and it's going to be on like 500,000
what a great
beers.
idea.
So it's a great promotional idea, and I can't believe it took them 20 years to figure that one out.
And I see they finally released the Saranac Thursday lineup, too.
Yeah, the Saranac Thursday lineup is out, but the beer label is going to be pretty cool. So when that happens, Chuck's going to come in and promote that and all the good things that Creative Concerts has got going on. If you want more information on all the great shows at the brewery, you can go to saranac.com or check us out at cctix.com. That's TIX.com for all the great shows that Creative Concerts got going on. Yeah. And all the great content you hear here on Disruption Network, you can find us on the World Wide Web at DisruptionNetwork.net. For Mike Chicken O'Connor, I am Anthony Z. Donaldson, and we are out of here. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
We are a generation of lost masculinity, and we got to start getting it back. No matter if you're straight or gay, no matter if you stick it in the front or you stick it in the rear, for the love of our sons, we've got to stick it in there like a man.
You're listening to EC Radio on the Disruption Network.
Dago Wop, Ganny, garlic bread, pizza slinging, spaghetti bending, Victor Perry Como, Luciano Pavarotti, solo meal non-singer motherfucker.
That's good. EC Radio.
The Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley was born when 3 top producing agents with over 25 years of combined experience selling real estate joined forces to take real estate to the next level. We practice with honesty, integrity, and the knowledge to help make the buying and selling process easy and stress-free for all of our clients. We pledge to always make our clients our top priority from start to finish and even after the house is closed. We will always be a valued resource for information and assistance for our buyers and sellers. Our customers over the years have become not only past clients, but great friends. As we join hands together as the Property Sisters of the Mohawk Valley, we look forward to serving our clients and our community and making a positive difference. You can reach us at 315-601-9630 for all of your real estate needs.
When it's your hard-earned money on the line that you are investing into a home, it makes sense to choose a proven professional to assist you in making one of the biggest investments you may ever make. Josh's dedication of over 20 years to the home construction industry allows him to bring knowledge and experience to your doorstep. That means you can feel confident and comfortable with his service to you. Past clients love his attention to detail and thorough written reports. By allowing Priceless Inspections to help you make a well-informed decision concerning your property, you will find that a quality inspection is priceless. Follow Priceless Inspections on Facebook or call 315-525-8725.
Hi, this is attorney Nick Passalacqua. The team of attorneys I have assembled at Passalacqua & Associates has been carefully hand-picked to include the best trial attorneys in the particular areas of the law that we practice. Have you been charged with DWI or any other crime? Members of our team include former assistant district attorneys, now fighting to protect your rights 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Have you or someone you love been seriously injured in a motor vehicle accident? Members of the team at Passalacqua & Associates include former insurance defense attorneys, now fighting to ensure that you get every penny you're entitled to. If you need legal help quick, don't waste your time or money calling anyone else. Remember, for legal help quick, you better call Nick and the team at Passalacqua & Associates. 315-500-NICK or 315-500-6425 or visit cnytriallaw.com today.